do 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 do. Various Mario songs. Alrighty. Shut up. No one cares. Me. Ow. Ooh, hi. This is a dog. Hello, dog. Say hi to the stream. Okay, kisses are nice too. Hello. Hello. Very nice. Very sweet. Okay. Very lovely. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Yes. Okay. Getting some dog love. Getting some dog love. We love the dog. We love the dog, don't we? Oh, look at her. Look at her. She's fucking precious. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. We love Hazel. We love Hazel. And I'm getting lots of nice kisses. Thank you. Thank you. Can I start the stream now? Oh, okay. Trying to punch me in the face. Can't say I blame her, but still. Alright, recenter this shit. Perfect. Time to tell the peoples we are doing stuff. Hey, Crossy, what up? Crossy? Crossy. God damn it. I never know how to say the first part. I need to get some copy paste going. 1 second. 1 second, everybody. There's that. Underline. Twitch. The only part about Restream, it is nice to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. It sucks that I can't schedule something in advance. It's like, start it right now, and, well, okay. But to start it, I have to do, you know, then I have to start it, and then copy-paste everything to Discord land and tell people what's going on. Which isn't ideal, you know? You know, I'd rather just give everybody a heads up, get all my shit together half hour before, as I usually do. But people trickle in as you enjoy the images of me copy pasting. How are you all doing today? I'll start with that. I'll ask you questions for once. Rubber Duck of War, video promotion. Logic. YouTube streams. No, I can't post there. That's his YouTube stream. Self-promotion. Boom. HW self-promotion. Done. Anybody see me lose to Falcon in the clan war? That was pretty cool. It was going so well. Until it didn't. Then it went very, very poorly. Oh well, I had fun. I had fun. There's no shame losing to Falcon. I'll just remember this forever and cry myself to sleep at night. But no shame. No, feeling good. There's nowhere to post in that Discord. I don't know why I have the Mario song stuck in my head. There are better songs to have stuck in your head, but I guess there's also worse, so maybe I shouldn't complain. I recorded a video this morning that's not done processing in YouTube land yet, so it'll be out soon. Should be fun. Nice clickbait for everybody. We love clickbait. Replays for hummus. What does Bobman want? I told everyone we'd go live in 5 minutes, so I guess we have 5 minutes before we're actually expected to do this, but oh well. That's fine. Get that over here. Alright, good enough. Oh, that's loud. Oh, the video game is loud. Sound down. Sound down. Down sound. Bad sound. Okay. Everything set up? Let's do this. So, I'm Human Boy, yes. I'm a cool dude. I'm great. I'm awesome. Everybody loves me, especially me. Nobody else really, just me. And alongside us on today's stream, we have what? The one, the only, the Hazel Basil. Hi, Hazel. You're a good lady. And above Hazel, we have Mr. Moo Cow, also known as Ed. We love Ed. Ed and Hazel have been fighting recently, so if that happens, we're gonna have to figure that shit out during the stream, and that'll be fun for everybody. Also, Hazel just had lunch and then didn't go to the bathroom, so she'll probably want me to take her out soon, which is also great. Thank you, Hazel, for being so considerate of everyone else's time. Yeah, let's just get right into it. If you haven't seen this, I mean, there's 5 before it, so you should probably know what's going on by now, but if you don't, it's bingo. Bingo kind of works the same everywhere. If I get 5 in a row in any direction, the stream ends and we're good. Listed are things from me, and I started to run out of ideas, so mostly F and G, but the community, I know Cyrus was listing some, I think Dialatron was listing some, but I already had a full sheet at that point. So, yes. There are things that can happen, but don't usually happen in replays, meaning that we'll probably get through a lot of replays. Why do I need to get through a lot of replays? Because I personally hate casting one replay and making that one replay a video. I hate it. I think it's boring and stupid. Other people can do it. Other people like it. I don't. But then people wanted me to cast the replay, so I had to come up with a game to keep myself interested. Because if I'm not interested, I don't want to cast it. If I don't want to cast it, the cast is going to suck. Right? So, we use this to get through a lot of community replays. Because I want to cast your replays, I just want to have fun doing it. Right? Right. That's about all I have. Yep, that's about all I have. Cool. Let's get into the first replay. I have a Discord message. Is it important right now? It's from Bobman. That means it's important. Oh wait, you're streaming. Sorry. Have fun. Bold. How's chat doing? Hello. Oh, cool. I just gave you some replays that work for these. Good. Adelmo. Hello. An RTK veteran and scholar. And I'm sure is just ecstatic we won yesterday. If you want your replays on this stream, go to my Discord. I think it's posted in the YouTube link. Twitch, I don't know how to post that. So either message me on Twitch that you want it and I'll post it there. Or go over to YouTube land. Or just send me a letter in the mail and I'll get it and send you a link. But if you want replays cast, send them to me. Until this channel gets big enough that I can't fulfill this promise, I promise to cast every replay sent to me as long as you didn't do some weird virus or something. You know, for if I download this replay, I'm going to die. Our first replay today will be from PE Pathetic Enterprise. I think that's Cyrus. I don't know. All the PE guys tend to switch their names around. We have XMT, the Phoenix King. Dark Elves versus Lizardmen. Fun matchup since the Hunter and the Beast DLC. It's been a lot of fun. Cold Wind Dread Knights have actually been meta here, which is interesting. On the on the Lizardman side, Cold Wind Riders, Chameleon Stalkers, a front line of Saurus, which is pretty elite. 4 Saurus, Red Crested Skink RORs, always a super good unit. Some Javelins to back them up. More Chameleon Stalkers on the other side, and Cold Wind Spear Riders. Okay, both are Cold Wind Spear Riders. Caster Beasts, with only Manticore summon. Skink Chief, with nothing. And Ark of Sotek. Did I miss that Ark of Sotek? No, there's only one Ark of Sotek, so the symmetry is broken. And aside from that, we have Krokgar on his horned one, it looks like, which is a good choice. It's definitely worth it over the cold one. He has Hand of the Gods and Swiftness of Itzel and Amulet of something. Sacred Spawning of Zodal and Swiftness of Itzel. Yeah, good items. Bob Tresh re? Why are you reeing? What did I do? For the Phoenix King, we have Ravagers of Rakarth. Okay, you almost never see them. Scourge Runner Chariots, and then we have Rakarth. Oh, okay. He has the Ravager of Rakarth, go with Rakarth, who's also on his Scourge Runner Chariot. Knights of the Ebenclaw Dread Knights, more Cold One Dread Knights, Cold One Dread Knights, Cold One Knights, and a couple Spearmen and a Firecaster. So the Phoenix King is memeing hard, it feels like. I don't know if Ravagers of Rakarth and Rakarth are ever a serious thing. Hold on. What the? I am trying to cast games, and you're over there being adorable. Look at you. Look at you being adorable. Look at this sweet lady. Look at this sweet lady. Look at her go. Y'all so cute. I can't focus. How am I supposed to focus on that? Look at her. God damn it. That was adorable, and you all know it. That was the cutest thing you've ever seen. All right, back to casting. Scourge Runners, probably want to poke either the Cav, or I've actually never seen Scourge Runners poke dinosaurs. I imagine it's pretty good, but I don't know. These Saurus are going to be an issue. As Bob Tresh once pointed out, Cold and Dread Knights can wreck Saurus if they have infantry support, but there's not a lot of infantry support here, so that's bad. Rat Boy's easily distracted. Wouldn't you be? Look at her! She's wonderful! Anyway, Cold and Dread Knights charging the Saurus Warriors will not be amazing for them. These guys are riding down Chameleon Stalkers, though. That'll be pretty good. It looks like the Chameleon Stalkers did a lot of damage to that Scourge Runner Chariot, but now they'll get run down by these Knights of the Ebon Claw, though a countercharge from Cold One Spear Riders could be devastating. Hand of the Gods from long range hits a couple on the Sorceress of Fire, but doesn't do that much damage. And Knights of the Ebon Claw are now taking a lot of damage now that the Cold One Riders have come in, but Whiplash from Rakarth gives them more weapon damage, which is good. Cold One's Dread Knight stats are already pretty good, so you don't really need more stats, you just need more damage behind them. As for the Saurus front line, it's winning wherever it can get an engagement, it looks like, but that will be slow to rotate. You can see the Dark Elves are way more focused over here. Not a lot over here, so a lot of Lizardman forces currently on its own. That being said, Lizardman off to a very good start. A little bit more balanced build, is performing a little bit more evenly across the board than the heavy focus on Scourge Runners and Cav. Cav without support struggles, my friends. Fucking Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy. Alright. Saurus get involved with some more Cold One Dread Knights, but these Jab Skinks are throwing in right now and doing a lot of damage for how cheap they are, considering they're throwing into very elite Cav. Skink Priest of Beast gets hit again. I don't think he has cast a Manticore yet, so you might want to bust those out just in case he dies. Scourge Runners, about a third of their ammo is gone, but they have been nailing this Ark of Sotek. He is not having a good day. At all. At all. Skink Chief gets run over by some Cold One Cav. And where's this Manticore going to go? Probably just want to throw it at some Cold One Knights. Cold One Dread Knights. Just get the free damage on them. Cold One Spear Riders, this one being at full health is actually really concerning for the Dark Elves. Where's the other one? Is it dead? It's pretty much dead. But that full health one's going to be really good. They're going to run over here, kill these Cold One Knights, kill these Spearmen, secure that flank quite handedly. And Lizardmen are playing this pretty well. Just sacrifice as little as possible. Make sure you're always going somewhere with infantry engagements. And you have less Cav, so try not to take open field fights. Instead, just run around with your infantry, which he's been doing so far. Castro Beast is gone. The Manticore summon has not moved yet. Looks like it might have been forgotten in all the hustle and bustle. And one moment. Excuse me there. But even with him disappearing, I do think the Lizardmen will be up on the balance of power. Rakarth and only Scourge Runners. Where does their ammo go? Probably Ark of Sotek, then Kroq-Gar. Don't know how they're going to kill us infantry, though. Manticore dives in, gets one good hit on the Ravagers of Rakarth, and then it's probably going to disappear really soon. It's been out here for a while. There he goes. And the Skink Priest of Beasts in the distance might rally. Might. Then he could cast another one and it would fly in. But what do the Dork Elves have? What do they have? Ooh, this is going to be bad. Ark of Sotek, use your ability. If it does, it's going to do so much damage here. Look at it go! Ouch. 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 Now he does get taken out, but he takes some knights with him. And that's pretty good. Now they're getting slowly dragged down, and a nice side charge from the wounded Spear Riders just to hold them in place for a little bit while the Saurus catch up and hopefully hit them in the back. This full health Cold One Spear Rider unit's going to have to get a lot more involved, as now Rakarth and his Ravagers are running through this area without any Cav support to stop them. Kroq-Gar's chilling. He might want to take a fight, but he also might just want to get away from all those Scourge Runners so he doesn't take too many arrows to the face. Maybe. Did that Skink Priest of Beast come back? Nope. It doesn't look like he's going to. He's still been at -14. You think that would have worn off by now if he's coming back. Chasing Rainbows is here. Hello, Chasing Rainbows! I hope you find the rainbows you seek. Where did that fireball go? Oh, it hit a Skink Chief. Okay, that's fine. Saurus Warriors getting crumped down by the last Cold One Dread Knights. Scourge Runners running around, and they're going to get a lot of damage onto Kroq-Gar if he's not careful. So he does kind of isolate one Scourge Runner so he can maybe fight it, but look at all those shots coming to his back, and he's taking a lot of damage. There's obviously no healing on this roster for him, so that's going to be pretty huge. Bounce power is still where it was about a minute and a half ago, which is probably good for the Dark Elves, considering how bad it was going at the start of the game. Keeping it from not getting worse is good for them. Full health unit of Coldwind Spear Riders. Half health unit of Cohort of Sotek. Those are going to be big units here. Probably try to keep the Coldwind Spear Riders back. Just send your infantry after the Scourge Runners and waste their ammo, potentially. Skink Chief is also poking out, which is pretty good. But Scourge Runners have bigger ammo, bigger range than I give them credit for. So I guess it's hard to keep the Coldwind Spear Riders out of range without having your opponent just cycle charge your infantry with chariots, and whenever you come near, running away. Because these boys are slow. These are some slow boys. Coldwind Spear Riders, 57 speed when they're poisoned, which they always will be. On the other side, we have 84 speed for the Scourge Runners. So, actually, yeah, they can run away infinitely. What's the best side to have with chicken pankoras? Steamed peas. I love peas. They're the best vegetable in the whole world. I thought chicken pankoras was a side dish, but they're amazing. Hey, Nina. What up? Rusty saying heart to Nina. And these Scourge Runners are trashing on these Coldwind Spear Riders right now, and that's pretty good for the Dark Elves. I'm kind of shocked these guys still have this much ammo with 7 minutes in the game. When I use Scourge Runners, it feels like they burn through their ammo pretty quick, though maybe the Phoenix King has been very conservative with his shots. Aside from the 4 Scourge Runners, we have 2 Coldwind Dread Knights units. One is pretty much dead, and one is halfway there. Not halfway down, but halfway dead. Sorceress of Fire's in the distance, though. She'll be okay. For the Lizard Fools, looks like we just have infantry, mostly. These Coldwind Spear Riders were full health last time they got a melee fight. Since then, they've just been getting kited. Technically, they are, but I'm making them as the main. There's nothing wrong with peas, but the best... Okay, if peas aren't the best veggie, then what is, Jeremy? Huh? Huh? Have you ever just taken a bunch of pea and filled your... Never mind. Just that wasn't an intentional setup for a joke or anything. It was clearly an accident. I did a goof. Broccoli? Oh, broccoli's pretty good. I can mess with broccoli. Coldwind Dread Knights charging the Saurus. That's a lot of Saurus. There are a lot of Saurus here. Between all their health bars, there's like 2 full Saurus units here. Ooh, that one getting isolated, though, is going to be pretty big. I'm going to hit the fast forward button for just a second here, as we do some more kiting. Double speed. So Sorceress of Fire is getting shot by the Skink Priest, it looks like. Cycle charging from the Ravagers of Karth and the other Scourge Runners, yada yada. But all the main cavalry does get broken. Now the Dark Elves are just going to kite until they're all out of ammo, most likely. Rampage of the Coldwind Spear Rider is pretty big. Knights of the Ebon Claw think about charging back in, but then get routed off by the Skink Chief. He's also probably going to rout off those spears with 1 or 2 more shots. Phoenix King sees those chaff up on the hill that he can go kill for free, but meanwhile, it looks like Cyrus... I'm still thinking this is Cyrus. Cyrus is going to poke out some of the Knights of the Ebon Claw. Dark Elf Caster appears to be over there. She is okay. Not having a ton of health, though. The Skink Chief can get back on top of her and kill her. That would be good. Lizardmen still at the same amount of bounce power they've been like this entire game. So definitely the Dark Elves have been clawing this back. Well, not back, but to stay in it. Which is pretty cool. Krokar's a little low on health. I would worry him getting shot by some Scourge Runners, but the Ravagers of Rakarth are out of ammo. We have 2 shots here, 3 shots here, 6 on Rakarth himself. And the Cohort of Sotek might carry this. I mean, they're unbreakable. They will stay here and fight to the very last. Charge from the Chariots coming in on the Saurus. They do some damage, but now they're getting a little mucked up. Krokar trying to get a rear charge in there, and it looks like he will. But he maybe gets a little isolated, gets some damage onto Rakarth, but takes some himself, and he is going to run away, taking so much more damage in the skirmish part. Down to 400 health. Skink Chief has 17 shots, however, and he might just finish off the Ravagers of Rakarth. They have 1 Chariot model left, and it's taking a ton of damage. Meanwhile, another quick cycle charge back here, but I think the Lizards might have just too many infantry left, especially because the Cohort of Sotek are armor-piercing. Yes, yes. And I just now realized why the Cohort of Sotek are so good. They have Frenzy, but they're unbreakable, so their Frenzy never turns off. Got it. I don't know why it took me that long to figure out. Rakarth is going to try to finish sniping Krokar. It looks like he will succeed, but army losses comes in for the Dark Elves, and they lose. Cucumber is technically a fruit. Corn, carrots, fucking potatoes, broccoli, all superior to peas. Nah, dude, peas are the best. Carrots are good dipping in hummus. I love carrots and hummus. Didn't I already cast this? No. 100%. I've never seen that before in my life because I have never seen Rakarth on a Scourge-Runner Chariot until this day. Krokgar got 1800 value, pretty good. Skink Chief 960, excellent. Soros mixed, but overall actually pretty good considering they were just fodder. Code of Sotek had plenty of models left. Chameleon Stalkers, mixed value. Jab Skinks did well. Coldland Spear Riders. They didn't pay for themselves, but they felt like they did well. They just got kited a bunch. And Arc Sotek got murdered by the Scourge Runners. 1600, 1000. How did Rakarth's... I swear this always happens. The Ravagers of Rakarth actually get less value than a normal Scourge Runner Chariot. Anyway, 1000, 1600, 1600, 1300, 700, 800 on the Coldland Dread Knights. So they kind of got whittled away a bit. Rakarth, unfortunately, didn't pay for himself. Firecaster did okay. That'll be Rakarth. Do a poll in your Discord about the best veg, and no, I bet no one will say peas. Hey! Hey! You be nice. You be nice. Uh-oh. Rusty sent me 1 million replays in a DM. Rusty, there's a spot on the Discord for this. Rusty! Don't DM me things. Put them in replays for human. It's okay. Don't do that now. I've already downloaded them all, but next time. Alright. They've all been downloaded. Oh, there's a lot going on in the Discord. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, Photoshop. Photoshop. Boom. Take you over there. Did we get anything? Alberic de Brughoff. I didn't know how to spell his name, so I just did it. Fun spell works well? Nope. Human Boy gets bored and fast forward. I don't know if that one counted as getting bored and fast forwarding. No 5 artillery, blah blah, Swords of Chaos, Escape and Win. Friendly spell. Horned ones? Oh, there were no horned ones. Like, Krokgar riding is one horned one, isn't? That's not what we mean. We mean the unit. Loki gets over 3,000 value. That's never going to happen. That's a dumb one. That one's stupid. Cav unit gets 2k or more value. Nope. Key unit forgotten. Maybe we could count the Manticore, but it was a summon, so let's just not. I will get a freebie, though, because I always forget to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could do me the favor of liking and subscribing the video, that would be very nice. Dude, I fucking hate doing that, but I actually looked at my statistics the other day. We're at 400 subs. We need 1,000 before we can get any money at all. I have over 3 times the watch hours needed to become a YouTube partner or whatever. So we've already crushed that, but I have less than half the subscribers I need. And I looked and like 40% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. And it's like, well, shit. I guess I should start asking. So, I asked. Yay. God, I hate doing that. All right, moving on. Everchosen. I'll skip that one just because we just cast a Cyrus game. Let's do Lizardmen versus Dark Elves close. I'm guessing from the title this is going to be close. Just have a feeling. Deadly Bunnies appears. Should have put that in the min. Where's my suggestions on your bingo? F and G already filled them all up. I just... no. No. I was going to, but you begged, so no. True. Bunnies! Wait! No! Deadly Bunnies is here. Bunnies, in front of all of YouTube, I would like to say, in front of all of YouTube... all of you, I'm sorry. Ikit Claw and his Doom Wheel. I didn't take the rest of your build, but Ikit Claw and his Doom Wheel has been doing very well against Beastmen for me, and thank you. Everybody say thank you to Deadly Bunnies. You were right. I was wrong. Ikit Claw and the Doom Wheel has been really fun versus Beastmen. I don't use him exactly how you described, but I do use him. All right. back to the replays. But yes, I needed to eat some humble pie, which was nice. Tasted good. Tasted real good. Chameleon Stalkers on the front line for Bowmore, along with one Chameleon Skink. Hey, you did tell me, and I listened eventually. Eventually. And I give credit where credit's due. Coldland Spear Riders are great. Bastillo Solar Engines, 2 of them. Lord Mazdamundi on his toilet seat. Skink Cohorts with Javelins. These units, the more I see them, the more I realize that they're just excellent. They're chaff that have these missiles that do so much damage. And 3 Saurus. A lot of Saurus today. On the Dark Elf side, Bleak Swords, Bleak Swords, Bleak Swords. 2 Bolt Throwers that are not firing yet. I'm curious what they're trying to get in position for. We have some Dark Shards. Dark Shards do very well versus heavily armored Lizard units. Though with 4 of them and 2 Bolt Throwers, it might get a little tricky to defend them all. We'll see if the Dark Elf player is able to do that. I forgot who the Dark Elf player was already, because I'm a bad person. Dark Riders. Looks like we have the Knights of the Ebon Claw, Coldland Dread Knights, and who's the Lord? Who's out here? Is that Malice? Oh, it's Malekith, and he is having a very bad time against those Chameleon Stalkers at the moment. He has to run away. Aside from that, it looks like that's the Dark Elf force. Gonna rely heavily on these Dark Shards to do some work, and thankfully there are 2 Solar Engines for the Dark Shards to shoot. They will also kill Mazdamundi if they get on top of him. But they do have to get in range, which can be tricky. You can see the Solar Engines are sitting very far back. The Bolt Throwers can reach them, so I'm curious about that. I will not say thank you, it's cost me games. Yeah, Rusty's been practicing with me. Nick at Claw's been doing well. Pie, I'm getting pie, BRB. Good. Go get pie. Do it. Bleak Swords are trying to fight the front line. They're doing okay, but Saurus are gonna slap them eventually. These Coldland Spear Riders are dodging around the Dread Spears and Dark Riders, I guess? Yeah, Knights of the Ebon Claw aren't gonna catch them, so they're relatively safe for now. Mazdamundi, what to do? He has Ruination. I wouldn't hate him putting Ruination on one of the Dark Shards and just hoping to God he deletes them. So the Dark Shards kind of need to carry this game. But we'll see. Skink Cohorts the Javelins, probably trying to throw at the Knights of the Ebon Claw. Wouldn't be surprised if they stopped right now and fired. Yup. There they go. Do okay damage, but with 120 armor and bronze shields on them, they're not really carrying. Coldland Spear Riders trying to come back and recharge these Dark Riders, but it looks like they get a little caught up on the Dread Spears. And the Dark Shards are in good position. I mean, they're getting a lot of shots in. You can see the Saurus are getting worked on by these boys. Saurus Warriors. Oh, they're the unshielded variant. Ooh, that's going to be really bad. Well, these ones are. These ones have a bronze shield, but still. 60 armor, bronze shield. Dark Shards are actually going to eat them up pretty good. Though these Knights of the Ebon Claw might have to turn around and fight them to buy his Dark Shards and his Bolt Throwers some time. In the backfield, what's going on here? Coldland Spear Riders are going to fight Dark Riders with shields, and they will definitely win that, but the Dark Riders are trying to protect the ranged assets. We can see this is going well for the Dark Elves at the very start, but once this starts happening, and this is the same with the Wood Elves, once your archer units have to start running away, it gets really bad for you very, very quickly. And we'll probably see the Dark Elves start to collapse here quite soon. It's all about if they did enough damage to win the game anyway. Which currently the balance of power is dead even. So with all these Dark Shards running away, that would indicate they're in a bad spot. Bolt Throwers are getting close to taking out one Solar Engine, the other one's doing just fine, and the Knights of the Ebon Claw get netted by Mazdamundi so we can cast a Banishment on top of them. But this is really risky. Coldland Dread Knights and Malekith being on top of Mazdamundi, not on Zlak, could be a big problem. There's not a lot of support nearby for him either. He might get gooned out here. Dark Shards trying to help out this Reaper Claw Bolt Thrower. It looks like the Saurus are kind of having that issue you have with artillery sometimes, where if you charge them from the front, they get a little caught up on the artillery pieces. I found more success if you pull your infantry through the artillery piece and then order them to attack it in the back. Just a little. This works for me. Hopefully it works for you. Coldland Spear Riders deal with those Dark Riders, and now they get on top of the Reaper Bolt Throwers. They do great. Yes. Yes. Ruination of Cities comes in at last. Looks like it gets some damage on the Knights of the Ebon Claw, some on the Bleak Swords. We can see Mazdamundi has taken about 2/3 of his health. From Malekith. Malekith's very healthy. Can the Lizardmen figure this out? Because the Dark Shards got freed up. And now with them able to shoot again, I imagine these Coldland Spear Riders are going to have a terrible day. Look at them go! That's some damage, though some of it hit the Dark Riders because reasons. These Dark Shards are just ignoring these skinks and trying to fire anyway. Those are men falling a little bit behind in the balance of power, especially with Mazda Mundi this low. And Malekith still chasing him. This could be huge if he keeps chasing him and just poking him little bit by little bit. But ooh, Cold One Spear Riders run in. Malekith may be in trouble. If Mazda Mundi has a net off cooldown, he should definitely net Malekith right now and just let him die. Rampage and Cold One Spear Riders are going to run into Dark Shards. That'll be very good. Saurus Warriors can maybe run over here too. And there's the net. There's the net. Hey, netted Malekith. Quick little Chill Wind takes out some Chameleon Skinks, but they'll be okay. Chill Wind isn't the most damaging spell in the game. Saurus have cleaned up some units that were going to threaten the Solar Engine. Solar Engine's low on health, but ammunition's still fine. They're an artillery piece, so they don't care as long as they're still alive. Malekith's still netted. Might want to take your Cold One Spear Riders and re-secure the surround on him since he's kind of slowly pushing out. But it looks like the net will wear off. Other than that, Dark Shards got compromised for a moment by these Cold One Spear Riders, but they get routed off, and there's still one very, very, very healthy unit of Dark Shards left. Looks like the Solar Engine gets a huge shot onto them. Oh, that's a lot of dead elves. And Cold One Spear Riders are kind of chasing Malekith, kind of chasing these Dark Shards, and now they've turned back towards the Dread Spears. Balance Power is dead even again. Full unit of Dread Spears running over at a Bestowal Solar Engine and has to pull away, but ooh, big banishment. Big banishment coming in. Boom. Lots of damage. And as the Dark Elves try to run, it kind of curves into them. Being good for the lizard men. Mazda Mundi's going to climb a hill on a toilet seat, because that's how physics works. And I don't know about this anymore, you guys. Gaze of Malice does some good damage to Chameleon Skinks. Kinda. Maybe I want to save that for when the Cold One Spear Riders grouped up or something, but Dark Shard shooting this boy is going to be very bad for him. He will most likely die swiftly with haste swiftly. More Dark Shards secured. Malekith's doing fine. Does he even have Soul Stealer? He has Soul Stealer, he's just been using Chill Wind, so I wonder if he uses it just for a heal. Ruination of Cities plus net on some Wounded Spearmen. Hard to tell if that's worth it, but maybe just really needed a moment to breathe. Don't know. Lizardmen are back ahead on the Balance Power. That Balance Power is swinging wildly. Dun, 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 dun. Bunnies, how you told me to use Ikka was just to sprint him at the Beastman Lord and use his Storm Demon, you know, pew shot thing at point blank range, which I've found I get killed by Chaos Spawn and Throwing Axes a lot. But actually how I've been using Ikka is, one, to use a pew thing at any range because it does a lot of damage, but also to run away. Because Throt sucks, because he's weak to fire damage and shit, but Ikka can just, like, roll around my formation, so Torox can't just run on top of him and kill him instantly like he can every other Skaven Lord besides... So Throt and Ikka are your two options to run away, and Throt sucks, so Ikka can run away. So just keeping your Lord alive is huge in that matchup. So, Ikka's been good. Boom, boom. Dark Shards with shields, take some damage, they're gonna break. Still in Solar Engines. They're running out of ammo. But the Dark Elves are running out of bodies to throw at that ammo. An ambitious Gaze of Malice doesn't hit any Chameleon Skinks. And a follow-up Chill Wind will. I think the Lizards have got this. Like, there isn't enough left to kill those dinosaurs. There's one Dark Shard unit. Doesn't have a lot of models. A lot of ammo, but not a lot of models. Chameleon Stalkers are running at it right now. Malekith's taking some damage. Don't know if he has the mana for Soul Stealers. Call me grandma, but I love good carrot cakes with raisins. I have never had a carrot cake with raisins, but I do love raisins, so might have to try it. Can you cast End Times next? Need to go soon? Sure. Sure. If this game ends, I will cast End Times. If it ends. Which is a big if, because this game might go on literally forever. We don't know. What's a werewolf's favorite YouTube channel? Like and subscribe. I like that. I like that. I have 3 pings in my own server, but I'm going to have to ignore them and focus on casting this game. That's definitely happening. Dark Elves have regrouped. They do have 3 Dark Shard units now, all very wounded, and this boy has 1 shot left, meaning some of them will actually get damage in. Ooh, yeah, it's going to have to be a shot on this double unit right here to break them both at the same time, probably. Skink Cohort's trying to fight Malekith, but the one with ammo runs forward to try to melee fight Malekith. He is very low on leadership. Maybe he could do it. Shield the Old Ones comes down. Mazdamundi, what spells do you have left? You have Net and Apotheosis, so at best you have some healing. Spears are going to break. Leaving Malekith with little support. If he has a Soul Stealer, now's the time. But it looks like he maybe doesn't. He gets a beautiful shot onto that Solar Engine, though. He's going to take it out. The Solar Engine, it looks like it missed. It missed its last shot, which could be the death knell of the Lizardman. Could be. Some Skinks are coming back, throwing a couple Javelins at Malekith, but Dark Shards are peppering the Solar Engine at the moment. He is going to charge forward, route off of those two. The other one will turn and fire at him, but Malekith at the same time is rear charging Mazdamundi, which is what I do with every Friday night, but, you know, not on stream. So, Malekith. Come on, dude. Come on. Solar Engine rallies, then runs, then dies. Well, it doesn't die, it shatters. Now it dies. Mazdamundi gets on the side of these Dark Shards, and with some Skinks, he's going to take care of them. Malekith is really trying to duel his Solar Engine, but Soul Stealer, if you have one, would be good. Probably should have saved some mana for it. Those Chill Winds were probably not worth it compared to the Soul Stealer. Malekith is maybe going to break. The Witch King's turning into a bit of a bitch king right now. Losing to some Skinks. Ooh, those Javelins getting thrown at him from the Bastiladon that's out of ammo might be bad for him. They're poisoning him this whole time. Dark Shards rally again and show their true quality. Maybe going to rout off this Bastiladon while Malekith kicks its ass. They're shooting him in the back. Could be very good. Skinks are going to shatter that unit. And the Bastiladon routes, leaving just Malekith versus Mazdamundi, which Malekith should handily win that fight. And the Dark Shards get the last of their shots off into Mazdamundi. This is actually turning into quite a fiesta. Break. Shatter. Shatter. Those guys are just breaking, but they're also probably not coming back. Can Malekith beat all three of these units now that guy's come back? Maybe. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not. Finally a rear charging joke. There must be a thing for that. Just know that if I get a GF, she's going to do the same. That's funny. Alright. Malekith has Stand Your Ground active, giving him 79 melee attack. Melee defense. Melee attack. Defense. It's defense. I'm sorry. And Malekith breaks because he is too weak. He did not use Soul Stealer. 2,700 value on the Big Chad. Chaff did chaff things. Dark Shards did pretty well overall. Nazi and Claw struggled a bit, and both throwers, one did great, one did not. Mazdamundi, 700 value. Thought he would have got more with some of those banishments. Stalkers did well. Chameleon Skinks did well. Cold One Spiritus did well. Solar Engines did well. Saurus did not. Without shields, one-hand shields. He still died. And Skinks did fine. This was good. Alright, Lizardman for Dark Elf Close is cut. Goodbye forever. And then we were requested to cast Everchosen for Cyrus. And while that loads up, we'll go to the Photoshop. Photoshop. What do we have? Oh, I don't have the replay for this, but I did have a mirror match with GGX Mr. Doodles last night where we both picked Dark Elves, and then, like, without coordinating at all, we actually had, I swear to God, almost the exact same build in Dark Elves versus Dark Elves. Like, I think he took Harpies and I took the Crows of Cain, and I took a Bolt Thrower and he took 2 Scourge Runners. And I think I had one more Sister and he had one more Bleak Sword instead of a Sister. But otherwise they were the same build and it was really funny. Okay. I don't see anything here. Fun spell works well. That unfortunately didn't. Mass Vanguard, Key and Forgotten, spread the unit, Skaven win. Human Boy gets bored and fast forward. I probably should have done that game, but I didn't. Whoops. Back at it again. Alright, what do we got here? It's apparently the end times, according to Cyrus. Nagash was weak. End times, not ever chosen? Well, okay. Alright, we'll go find the right one. Yes, I'm working on it. End times, this one? Alright, so we have Cyrus, again on Chaos, versus somebody, the Omens, and he has an ally who I also won't be able to tell till the end of the game. So we're rooting for Chaos and Skaven. Chaos and Skaven versus Norska and Beastmen. Oh, this is going to be a lot. Alright, Skaven have some Rattling Gunners and the Avalanche Mortars, it looks like. Other than that, a bunch of Poison Wind Globes. It looks like Chaos is taking most of the infantry front, and they have Dragon Ogres, Shaggoth, 2 Manticores, Sigvald the Magnificent, and a Metalcaster with Final Trance. On the other side, we have Norska with a bunch of Manticores. Looks like Harpies up in the sky. Dogs, Spearmen, Goreherds, yada yada, Feral Mammoth, holy shit, Kazaric, wait, Great Bay Shaman of Death is already to half health, Butchers of Caldenguard are in there somewhere, Throg's here, another Mammoth, and a bunch of rear-charging dogs and Skirmish Cav. What the fuck? How am I supposed to cast this? What's even going on? Alright, that Mammoth's getting teed off on by the Teeth Breakers, Rattling Guns. Over here we have the Natty Blue with Sharpshooters that I should also be probably shooting at it. Warlock Engineers running in against this Mammoth that got fucking murdered. Oh lord, it got murdered by Sigvald and the Dragon Ogres and the Double Feral Manticore. That's pretty nuts. Some of the Skaven's weapons teams are getting shut down by the Mass Vanguard and flying units of the Beastmen / Norska. Other Feral Mammoth getting murdered by Skaven yet again, and now Dragon Ogres. Good for them. It looks like a very early lead for the Skaven Chaos crew, while their weapons teams are getting shut down quite sufficiently. So are the big value assets of the other force. I mean, both the Feral Mammoths are already dead and routing. Throg is also getting kind of chewed on right now. And meanwhile, I mean, sure, you shut down the Skaven weapons teams, but can you finish it? I don't know. Warp Lightning cast on some of his own units, it looks like, maybe? Marauders? I don't know. Press pause. Fuck pause. Oh, there's Double Gorbel in here. Hello, Double Gorbel. Well, you're probably not going to last that long, especially with the Final Trans coming in. That is Final Trans, right? Alright. Overcast Final Trans hitting both Gorbels, and there's a Manticore and a Shaggoth and all this stuff in here. So those Gorbels are not long for this world. Add some spice to the replays. Yeah, we don't pause for shit. Unless we're apologizing. We'll pause to apologize. This Shaggoth is doing work. He's just running around the map killing 2 Mammoths and now killing Double Gorbel. That's pretty fun. This pile is just a pile of monsters. I see very little infantry icons in here. 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, monster. Pit of Shades! Because why not? Why not just Pit of Shades the clump and hope to God it does more good for you than damage to you? That's fine. Skaven have secured some Poison Wind Globes, which will be pretty helpful if they can keep them alive. Other than that, most everything the Skaven have is shut down. We have Lord Skrulk running around in here. If he has Libra 1 Shoticus up, should probably cast it on probably this guy. Probably Throg, who I forgot his name for a brief moment, then got over it. Is that another Final Trans? There's no way. Okay, it's Rod of Corruption. Good. So Rod of Corruption is here. Is Libra Bubonicus here? I don't know. I don't know a lot of what's going on. This got messy real fast. It does look like Skaven and Chaos are winning. I mean, if you have Skrulk and Sigvald combined, your power is literally unlimited. Too many syllables. Apologize. You apologize. Hume Boy's kind of loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Be quiet. And then the Chaos and Skaven forces tried really hard, and they were all best friends. And the Beastmen and Norska guys weren't best friends. And that's why the Skaven and Chaos guys won, is because they had the power of friendship, and the Beastmen didn't. Is this better? Is this better than me shouting? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck it! So Throg gets attacked by Feral Manticore and Sigvald and a Shaggoth. He's not going to enjoy that one bit. Skrulk's running around, being Skrulk, doing Skrulk things. Final Transcaster's still alive. And what do the Beastmen Norskins even have left? Some Skirmish Cav and Throg, it looks like. That's about it. It's good versus Cav. Doesn't do much to single entities. That's true. That's true. Dragon Ogre is going to try to rear charge over here. Maybe going to break off this Great British Shaman of Death. He wants nothing. This is a casting couch moment right here. Like, you could just make the meme with this. Look at him go. He's like, I don't want to. Dragon Ogres are like, please, come back. We have a night full of splendor waiting for you. But it was not splendor. It was horror. Is that Final Trans again? Nope. Soul Blight in this whole area. That's pretty good. Throg's down to half health, though, and with Sigvald and Skrulk and a Shaggoth here, he is not going to stay at half health for very long. He will go much, much lower than that. The Dragon Ogres do catch up to the Great British Shaman of Death, and they can finally go make their movie together. That'll be good for them. Other than that, army losses is coming in for Norska and the Beastmen, and Cyrus will win yet again. Sad. I'm getting bullied by chat. Chat is bullying me. So his friend was Matt Shield. Oh, I haven't seen Matt Shield for a long time. I swear that name looks familiar, though. On the other side, the Omens and Zleia. Sigvald just ran around. He couldn't really find a target for too long. Dragon Ogres and the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth got great value. Manticores, wow, the one that died got excellent value. Forsaken did well. Chaos Martyrs did fine. Do I really have to go through all this stuff? How did Skrulk do? 300? I wonder if he even took Liber Bubonicus. Probably should have. Poison Winds did fine. Rattling Gunners did well. Giselles did well. Rat Ogres did their best. On the other side, looking around, Great Shaman of Death did good. Gorbals kind of got murdered, but they tried. Harpies did okay. Harpies did well. They shut down some stuff. One Manticore did fine. Kind of disappointed we didn't get 4 Manticores from Norska Beastmen. That's not nearly enough Manticore. Throg did better than I would have thought, and so did his Famir. Feral Mammoths got annihilated. And that's that. Are you winning, Grayseer? Of course. Of course. I'm always winning. 10 times. Matt Shield is Mr. Murica. Ah, so I have seen him around. To the Photoshop. Since chat has declared it of me, I guess I got loud somewhere. Hummus Boy gets loud. Monster Duel, please God, Monster Duel. Is it really a duel when 50 million things gang up on one thing? I don't think so. That's it. That's it for that. All right. Let's go, you filthy degenerates. Now, someone asked why I didn't make something else the best, the middle square. Well, we're about to see the middle square today. It's some loser noob nobody's ever heard of. ODM Cal Harmonan? Cal Harmon? Don't know. Must be bad. Never heard of him. Definitely haven't lost many series to Cal Harmon before. And for the Dark Elves, fucking me, bro. The best. Best Dark Elf player in the gosh darn universe. What does show this to Zypher? I don't know. We can check it out next, Zypher. So for me, I have quadruple Bolt Thrower that I've split up because the stunties don't like walking. We have a bunch of Black Art Corsairs. It looks like 5 of them. Bleak Swords to fill because I had money. Dark Riders to run around and harass things for fun. 2 Dark Shards with shields. So it looks like I have 4 Dark Riders? 3. Lokir Fellheart on foot. Sorceress of Fire with Burning Head and Flamestorms. The idea behind that is I just want Burning Head and Flamestorm to take out as many Rangers as possible and let my superior ranged win the fight after that. Because Black Art Corsairs can actually do really good damage to dwarves. They fight really well if you can avoid them getting blasting charged or shot by rangers. So, Burning Head and Flamestorm to take care of rangers, plus all my bolt throwers, and throw in my Bleak Swords first to try and eat some of the blasting charges. Right, cool. And Lokir's on foot because Ice Power gave me that tech, and it actually works pretty well. On the other side, we have Dwarf Warriors across the front line, it looks like. Miners in the secondary line, including the Ekron's Miners. We have a shitload of Rangers and Bugman's Rangers and Quarrelers and such. Flamestorm's going to rip through them, and then we have some Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, and in the back we have Slayers. And their lord is Belegar Ironhammer. So the Flamestorm has taken out almost 1 unit, and then it loops back into the other Quarreler because I am a very skillful player and planned that perfectly. Meanwhile, my Bolt Throwers are kind of eating them alive. Sorceress of Fire is going to run away from Belegar. Lokir tries to follow for a moment, but he gets stuck in Dark Ride, Dwarf Warriors. On the side, I run in Black Art Corsairs, trying to avoid, blasting charges, but I forgot he had this blasting charge unit in the very far back, so that was a little unfortunate. And I've run my Dark Riders all the way around, not because a rear charge is going to be valuable to me. There were Slayers back there, but because I knew I was going to be routing off some stuff with Fire and Dark Shards and Reaper Bolt Throwers, so as they ran away, I wanted to be able to catch them and make sure they never came back. So the Dark Riders weren't meant to ever charge into his force, they were meant to just clean up stuff and make sure it doesn't come back, except for this one that I fucked up, and... Oh, I was protecting his Dark Shards, so I ran them into the Miners to die just to protect the Dark Shards for a moment. So my Dark Shards get a little compromised. I was very overzealous with my Black Art Corsairs, trying to run around for a full surround when I really should have relied on my own range advantage and kept them tight, but I didn't. So, too bad. Dark Shards are now running from a whole bunch of Slayers. Sorceress of Fire is running from Belegar Ironhammer. Lokir is standing all alone on the piles of corpses he has made. But we can see part of my plan has worked. Most of the Rangers are running, dying, and the Dark Riders can keep them running and dying. That's good. My ranged is winning. The problem is I didn't defend my ranged. Instead, I tried to attack him in melee, which I shouldn't have done. Big mistake. Don't do that. If you're going to win the ranged fight, win the ranged fight. Don't try to win the ranged and melee fight, because that's greedy. Lokir is trying to shut down some more Rangers. Bolt throwers being split up is a blessing, though, because while these ones are about to get compromised, these ones don't have dwarves near them at all, so they'll get plenty of volleys off. Dark Rider's still cleaning up. Doing great. Doing great. Doing great. But what are we down to? Most of our infantry is very, very dead. These two bolt throwers are about to die. These bolt throwers, their time is coming. And we pretty much have Lokir and a Flame Sorceress. We're not ahead on the balance of power, which is a little worrying considering I'm about to lose 4 units of artillery imminently. I like this concept where your free space is a replay of yours that I want to cast. Yeah. Yeah. Normally I start with it, but today I honestly forgot that that was my free space. Why are you shooting the shitty miners instead of the actual dangerous units? Because I am brilliant. No, I don't know. Just, I would need to know the specific instance you're talking about, but this is, okay, this is actually funny. So Cal Harmon runs up with these fucking miners, and I think I'm being all clever, where I take both my Reaper Bolt Thrower crews, and I'm gonna run separate directions with them, and like, haha, what you gonna do now, bitch? I have outsmarted you. You can only kill one, and the other one will go back to the thing and keep firing. I am so clever and smart. Alright, we'll get back to that little storyline. Lokir's still running around killing stuff. Dark Riders are running around routing things, and this Sorceress of Fire is trying to stay relevant. So Cal Harmon's chasing one of them off, and then he decides to go chase the other one. And that's the end of that story, he said sarcastically. Lokir Fellheart chilling with some Bugman's Rangers. Dark Riders still routing off things. Yada yada, a lot of routing going on. So Cal Harmon is apparently more crafty of a player than I thought, because he just fucking sets up his miners on top of my bolt throwers. He doesn't even chase the crews. He's just like, what you gonna do about it? Come back if you want to. So these bolt throwers both like stop, and I definitely see this, and I'm like, huh. Well, I don't know what to do with that, so I need to think about that for a second, and I decide I'll come back to it later. I check in on Lokir, he's doing fine. Dark Riders are doing fine. Miners and Dwarf Warriors are getting chased by Black Ark Corsairs, but I think I'm going to try to rear charge them with some Dark Riders. Never mind, Dark Riders are going to go chase Rangers. Never mind, they're going to go chase something else. Alright, Lokir might possibly be in trouble. Back over there, we have surrounded the dwarves with our bolt throwers, and we don't know what to do about that, and now Slayers are coming, so we get very scared and run away. Belegar and Lokir, time to fight. Dreaded Duelist versus Mighty Oathstone. I have 84-94, he has 60-84. So that's going pretty okay for me. Dark Riders are going to charge in, just try to break off some of his support and leave Lokir isolated. These Bugman's Rangers are goddamn nightmares to deal with. Especially with the Mighty Oathstone. They just sit there and fight Dark Riders for 20 years, and it's miserable. Lokir's fighting, beating up Belegar, doing a really good job. Dark Riders are routing, because Bugman's Rangers are tough cookies. Aside from that, don't have a lot left. It's pretty much just Lokir. Yeah, I'm down to 143 troops, he has 400. So 400 dwarves versus Lokir and the Sorceress of Fire. Hey Jeremy, you guessed it right. That was pretty funny. I don't know. I thought it was fun. So my Dark Riders are going to try to charge back and forth. We still can't break these frickin' Bugman's Rangers, no matter how much we charge them. Like, the Dwarf Warriors make sense, but we can't even kill these stupid frickin' Rangers. Belegar is fighting Lokir, not having a good time of it. Why is Lokir running away? That was a big mistake. I didn't notice that happened in the game, but I definitely didn't mean to. I probably just, like, clicked and dragged and selected everything when I was cycle charging. So then Lokir immediately is like, fuck, 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 go back and fight the Lord. Dark Elves are behind on the balance of power now. These bolt thrower crews are just sitting here staring at these miners for all of eternity. Those Slayers eventually caught my other bolt thrower crew and killed them. Lokir's still doing Belegar, doing well, and that Dark Rider unit died, and these frickin' Bugman's Rangers are still here! Hey, Torx is here. What up, dude? What's going on, Torx? We haven't seen any of you today. In-game or out. So, still dueling Belegar, doing okay. I want to cast a Flamestorm quick. And it does okay damage. But I thought he was going to run this way. And he did not run that way, he ran that way. So, but that does give me a moment of isolation I need to kill Belegar, and the Flamestorm's coming back with a vengeance. Yeah, Flamestorm RNG! Flamestorm RNG, let's fucking go! I didn't notice that one either. I must have been looking somewhere else in the game, but I didn't notice it just came back and deleted the Ekron's Miners for literally no reason. That's great. That's super great. Okay, so Dark Riders, Lokir, Mage Lady, and then my Reaper Bolt Thrower crew, I just decide to run them forward as chaff and as miners catch them because I wasn't really paying attention. I was saving a Burning Head for this exact moment. Slayers are here. It's not overcast. Slayers just have 0 armor, so it does a lot of damage. That buys me a lot of balance of power, and we're back to almost even. Lokir's going to rout off that unit. And Dark Riders, again, try to charge these freaking Bugman's Rangers! I was determined to get rid of them. Was that a mistake? Yes. I should have just chased off units with my Dark Riders, but I wanted to get them! I wanted to! Look at them out there! Look at these Ranger units with the little bow and arrow, and you think you can kill them with cavalry, but you can't! You can't because they're sticky fuckers. Bugman's Rangers. Damn you. Alright, Lokir's chilling. He's fighting. Fire Sorceress is just trying to stay alive out there. Reaper Bolt Thrower crew is routed. It is now 30 Dark Elves versus 320 Dwarves. Scratch that. Make it 21 Dark Elves versus 320 Dwarves. Lokir's fighting Slayers. Has any other spell made you ever as happy as Flamestorm with good RNG? Wind of Death. Wind of Death. No. Anticity's Vangeist Revenge in his speedrun where he deleted an entire army with one Vangeist Revenge. That made me happy. But yes, Flamestorms is still good. I tried to run the Fire Sorceress in at this point. I think I have another Burning Head off cooldown, so I was trying to group up these Dragonback Slayers and get them. Yeah, there it is. And I was also trying to hit this other unit. So we get a decent cast here. Does some good damage, routes off that unit, but that bait does cost me a lot, as this Fire Sorceress is now very, very surrounded in Dragonback Slayers and is going to get big murdered. Lokir is still fighting over there. Chasing Rainbows, you haven't bought the Torox DLC yet? What are you doing? That Vangeist was fire, that's good. Dragonback Slayers just instantly kill the Sorceress, and now we have 1 Dark Elf versus 263 Dwarves. And it's Lokir motherfucking Fellheart. He's fighting some Slayers. There's 1 Slayer left there. I do want to kill it. It is dead. Dragonback Slayers, nothing else on this map is unbreakable. And if it's breakable, Lokir can break it. So we have the dreaded Master of Duels. Dreaded Master of Duels. There's a guy that deleted around 6 units with it in a 2v2, probably the most impressive thing I've ever seen. I don't know if I saw that one. And if it was on my stream, then I didn't see it, because I'd never watched my stream. Alright. Lokir's fighting Dragonback Slayers. He's getting worked on a little bit. Cal Harmon is setting up a nice little surround, letting his units rest, get some vigor, while the Dragonback Slayers seek their doom. And doom is all they will find, for Lokir Chadhart is an invincible god of a man. Look at him! Look at him standing there, flexing, spinning. That dwarf had some weird physics there, but it's fine. Kill another one. Kill 2 even, with your 2 swords. Yes. Go, Lokir, go! Kill the dwarves! Is there any actual analysis? Bugman's Rangers are kind of shooting in a little bit. Lokir's getting very low in health and leadership. 13, 12. Dragonback Slayers. And that's about it. What you see is what you get. We have some very wounded Bugman's Rangers. Oh, now you think about breaking. Not when Dark Riders are sprinting you down. When Lokir is just nearby. Maybe it's time to break. Fuck you, Bugman's Rangers, you pieces of garbage. I don't actually mean that. They're fine. I was just... This is for comedic effect. Lokir runs out of the Dragonback Slayers and he's like, I heard you talking shit! And slaps them, immediately breaking them off. Because I was a little worried. If they shot me, I was worried I was going to get, like, leadership debuffs and that he would actually break. Time to finish off the last few Dragonback Slayers. We have Tired, Fresh. Don't make Torox kill you, bunnies. You get Torox. Prince Lokir the Magnificent. I did type to Cal Hardman that we had some Prince Sigvald vibes there. So he's killed the last Dragonback Slayers. We're still very down in the balance of power. 600 health left, and the healing cap is coming in real fast. But can he kill all these dwarves? There's still 170 of them. Alright, Lokir's fighting dwarf warriors. Yada yada. Slappity slap time. Stabbity stab time. Goody. They're running away. That full health unit of miners is going to be a problem. I am not excited about fighting them. I try to chase these dwarf warriors for a bit, try to abuse my regen while chasing a routing unit, but eventually I realize these guys are going to catch me and I have to take the fight. I try to path past them to break those dwarf warriors. It's not working. I'm taking damage from just getting attacked all sides. I'm like, fuck it, go fight. I think he gets some pretty sick splash attacks here. Yeah, takes out like a bunch of dwarves there. Dreaded Duelist, baby! 94 melee defense against 20 melee attack. Oh, what you gonna do, dwarves? What you gonna do about almost 100 melee defense? Oh, no. Oh, write it in your book of grudges. Oh, that's a grudging. It's a grudging that Lokir's killing all of you, and he's almost breaking. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. 8 leadership pops up to 11. 500 health, closing in on that healing cap. But that Miners Blast Church unit was full health when we started this little parade, and they're already at half. So that's pretty good. 400 health. Those guys are dying. Dwarf warriors are back. Bugman's rangers aren't turning around. Good. Get the fuck out of here. You did enough. You've done enough damage to this family. Lokir's still fighting. He's hanging in there. Mild fast forward. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Healing cap. All right, healing cap is here. Killed an entire unit of blasting charges. Miners. There, they're running. He's heal capped. He's exhausted. They're fresh. They're on top of a hill. And they're gonna downhill charge. Rah! Dreaded Duelist! Almost 100 melee defense. Suck it, dwarves. Fighting. Dwarves have 40 melee defense. That won't save them against the might of Lokir. Everything's routing. I'm finally ahead on the balance of power, just slightly. It thinks these pathetic dwarf warriors can fight Lokir. It thinks that they have a chance. They don't die. Gets a good hit in there. Take a lot of damage. Alright, we're down to 268 health. 3 leadership. This is getting bad. We shatter that unit. Back to 11. Ah, 11. The number of the gods. Wait, 5. What do you mean 5? Wait, 0. What do you mean 0? No! 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 I started panicking really hard when I saw you go to 0. Miners break. Army losses hasn't happened. I'm like, who's even left? Oh, these guys came back? I'll fucking fight you too. Come here. We're running. We're fighting. 5 leadership. 268 health. It's Lokir versus 58 dwarves. And he piles into him. Kills none. None? One. One. None. 248. He's fighting. 234. Still going. They shatter. Alright. It's just these frickin' miners. This blinks as if army losses is going to happen, but it's not going to let me. Can Lokir do it? 5 leadership versus 5. 5 leadership versus 5. I get a downhill charge, and I sprint into them. And these fuckers get back up to like 9 leadership. I'm at 3 for a bit. Dreaded Duelist, 100 melee defense. Still fighting him. How the hell are these miners hanging out? I was panicking at this point because I thought I was going to break. He's at 0 leadership. 117. 98. 82. 0 leadership. Hanging on. I'm like, fucking break. Just get out of here. How are both units winning in melee? That's not how melee works. You can't both be winning. And Lokir fucking does it with 82 health. 81 more health than he needed. 3,200 value. Suck it! Lokir's great! 2,200 value on the Fire Mage because Flamestorm is, was my best friend. Black Ark Corsairs got wrecked. Dark Riders did well. Bolt Horrors did well. So, real analysis... Wow, that Mind of Blast Charge got 1,000 value. Real analysis, Cal Harmon played better, but I had 2 Flamestorms that were some real bullshit and took out a lot of his units. So, that's just unlucky for him, you know? But it was a fun game. It was a fun game to cast, even if it's, like, kind of bullshit that I won. Like, if we're all being honest, I shouldn't have won that game. But it was funny. I told Ice Power that Lokir got 3,000 plus value. He didn't respond. Can I look at the Zypher one? Sure. Show this to Zypher. Heir of Carthage, Slayer, and Ghost King versus Nero, the Gentle Rat. Hey, I played the Gentle Rat the other day. And Aima, Mirrodin, Templar. I think that's Hammond. He played Dowie and doesn't deserve to win. Hatred of Dowie aside, he did play better than me that game, and I still won, so that's, you know... unfortunate for him. Okay. So I have to do the checklist, I know. I was just loading into this game and I was going to hit pause. Pause. So, we got low care over 3,000 value. That wasn't a setup at all. 5 artillery in one game. I brought 4 and the dwarves didn't bring any. Shit. We actually almost got that one. Subfaction. What else? Someone starts streaming. Fun spell. Fun spell works well. Is that Flamestorm? I'll start a poll. Hold on. Is Flamestorm a fun spell? There. We'll get back to that. We'll see how the poll does. Other than that, I don't see anything here I got. Back to it. Okay, so we have a 3v3 on MP Crossroads. This is going to be real easy to cast and keep track of. On one side, we have Dwarves, Wood Elves, and Norska. On the other side... Uh-oh. Hey, Seymour, what up, dude? What up? I haven't seen you on Entladder in a while. You'll have to come back and beat me up some more sometime. We have High Elves, Vampire Coast, and Tomb Kings. In this context, does fun mean bad? Because yes, it's a fun spell, but it's not necessarily a bad spell. It doesn't say bad spell, it just says a fun spell. It just says fun. So for the dwarves, we have triple cannon. Oh wait, triple organ gun. Okay, that's spicy, but you're going to get outranged by the coast, so I don't know why triple organ gun. Other than that, we have a backline of a bunch of archers of some kind. It looks like Quarrelers. Quarrelers, Longbeards in the front line, Dwarf Warriors, and Dwarf Warriors. Norska is going for a massive flank overload of their entire army with Skinwolves, Famir, which have magic damage to fight Sirens. We have Marauders in the front line and some Berserkers in the secondary, and a Firecaster. Wood Elves have lost Silver Knights and Wild Riders in the backfield, otherwise we have a bunch of Skirmish Cav. We do have 3 Hawk Riders, it looks like Spellsinger of Life, and Glade Guard of Starfire Shafts. Okay, so a lot of skirmish for them. They are going to get outranged, I think, if these are carronades. No, mortars, carronades, mortars. Okay, so there's one that'll outrange them. Otherwise, the organ guns are very low range. We do have triple bolt thrower that'll also outrange them. A lot of deck gunners, Ushapti Great Bow, Casket of Souls. Okay, yeah, so this army is definitely range superiority, and the other one's gonna have to move up. You know the only fun spell is the Common of Cassandra. You mean the Chalice of Potions from the Fey Enchantress? Cough, cough, same spell? In a battle like this, I would scream for that stupid Elven Lord to die, human boy, yes, yes. And you would be right, Grumbrindle. I am not pretending that it wasn't complete bullshit Lokir won that. It was complete bullshit, but it's very fun to cast. If I was Kel Harmon, I would have been pissed. Fucking pissed. Alright. Casket of Souls is teeing off into some of the Norskin army. A little bit of a broken advance here. We see the Norskins are very far ahead of the Dwarven forces. And the Gorgon guns are trying to move up and get in range. What's that fireball going at? Fireball looks like it tried to catch some zombie deckhand mobs with polearms. This is honestly just madness so far. And the Norskins are getting deleted. Ow. Ow. Mortars come in. Cannons come in. Bolt throwers. Ushapti Great Bows. Casket of Souls. It's a bad time to be a Norskin. Ow. 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 Burning Head cast indicated it was going to go that way. Instead it went that way. So that's interesting. And the Famir have closed the front line. The Norskins have no support. None of it. Their Wood Elf allies have abandoned them. The Dwarven allies have abandoned them. Norska's in it alone. And they're feeling it. Meanwhile in the sky, Larry takes a fireball to the face. Good. I hope she dies. I'm just confused. I don't see how that's in it. I didn't make the replay name, Zypher. I just cast it. Just cast it. Alright. Star Dragon? Moon Dragon? What is that? Moon Dragon? Star Dragon is going to dive in on Wulfric. Take a big old bite out of him. Kick his ass. And aside from that, the Norskins are about toast already. And the Wood Elves have abandoned them entirely. Traitors. Traitors all. Look at them running away. Another Burning Head cast back into the Norskin line. Some miscast there, definitely. And the Organ Guns are almost in range, so that's exciting. Meanwhile, the Dowie are now suffering the fate the Norskins only know too well as they get shot on the approach. That being said, this game still isn't over because this force has invested so much into range that if, like, even 2 units get in there, you know, the whole force will die. Hey, Zero, what up? That Burning Head counts as a spell that does friendly damage. That's true, FNG. That's true. Hammond, you played Wood Elves. Well, then what? Hammond, why are you abandoning your force? Look at them all dying as you run around, Hammond. You run around and laugh. You laugh at your allies as they're murdered. None of this is a joke. Clearly, I am serious about this, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Alright. And other non-rat men. Silverhelm's killing some stuff. Star Dragon killing some stuff. Norskins are pretty much out of juice at this point. Ooh, the Dwarves... Archer Corps gets in range, and they're going to start doing good damage to Ushapti. Tomb Scorpions are running around going burr. And that's nice. Vampire Coast... Those are the Hunters. Lost Sylvan Knights, with their magic damage, are crumping down Syrenes, who also do magic damage, so it's kind of an even trade of magic damage there. But the Eagles are coming, Gandalf! The Eagles are coming, and they might actually bail out everybody. Maybe, possibly. They are in a nice position to take out, like, all of these guns. Go, Eagles, go! Go, Eagles, go! Other Skirmish Cav coming in, helping with the back line, and the Wood Elves are here. The Wood Elves are here to win the entire game. Dwarves are all shooting into the Ushapti Great Bows. It's going well. I almost checked the chat in a replay. Hello, replay. Don't know why the replays have a chat function, but fine. That's fine. Hawk Riders are here. Looks like they're poking in a little bit, then they're going to run away as guns turn and shoot at them. Lost Sylvan Knights are going to retreat from the Syrenes now that that fight's going a little bit worse for them. And the Organ Guns got killed by Silverhelms. No, they just got here. They were so young. Damn it. Organ Guns died. Is that Thoric? No, Basic Lord's back there chilling. Maybe. Just because they're super strong? Maybe. You were trying to kill the Arties? Of course you were, Hammond. Of course you were with your reasons. I still think you're just abandoning the Norskins because you hate them. High Elf Lord is Larry. What else is going on? I mean, the Wood Elves are kind of the only force with skin left in this game. Like, Dowie are not easily, pretty much shut down. Norska's definitely shut down. Awakening of the Woods, casting some mortars. I'm gonna hit the fast forward button. Whee! Boop. Whee! Boop. Whee! Boop. Oh, we lost Hazel. I miss Hazel already. Bounce Power doesn't say that the green and blue team is mega fucked yet, but I feel like we have crossed that threshold. Unfortunately. Wild Riders running into some Ushapti, but they're going to get intercepted by Double Tomb Scorpion and Arc in the Black and get murderified. In the back, there's a bit of a rallying of the forces of good. But there's not enough of them, and there's too much evil in the world. Too much high elf evil. It's looking like it, my friends. 10 minutes so far. Coast still has a lot of guns online. Evil, 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 evil. That's a net that's definitely working on that Necrosphinx, but he's doing fine. He is doing fine. Bounce Power is past the point of no return. The Wood Elves are gonna lose, though they're giving it their all. Ba-da, if only the dwarves had played better. It's all the dwarves' fault, always is, always has been. No one else made mistakes. Alright. That was something. Jeremy. You guys getting destroyed up front? Yeah, that's cool. If I'm gonna go fight something I can't fight back, like artillery. Later, guys. No, yeah. So, like, jokes aside, what actually probably happened there was just, like, as I mentioned at the very start, if these had been cannons, maybe you guys would have stood a better chance because you would outrange them. But the fact that everything you had got outranged by the enemy, you did have to walk up. And then your front line was built to hold, not to win. So all these Dwarf Warriors and Longbeards, they don't really cut through anything quickly. They just hold. The Norskin player went way ahead of the Dwarves, so they got to fight a 3v1.5 and then kill him, and then fight a different 3v1.5. Right? That's what happened. It's not really like... It's just fun to poke fun at Hammond because we love Hammond, but obviously it's not like actually his fault. As for the Firecaster thing, it actually definitely was this guy, I think. Yeah, he's the only Firecaster in the whole game. Maybe if the dwarves are fast like Torox, maybe. Well, that was something. And Zypher has been shown. Battlesy started streaming on Twitch. All right, Hammond is saying that we did have someone start streaming. So we're about to get a bunch of Photoshop ones. Wait, YouTube poll. What do we got? I ended the YouTube poll. We'll see if anything's worth it. And the poll. And the poll. And the poll. 66% of you are saying Flamestorm is a fun spell. So, no, we want to go to Photoshop. Okay, Photoshop. Fun spell works well from the Lokir game. It was voted that was a fun spell. Spell hurts friendly over foe. The burning heads on the Norskin side. Someone starts streaming, apparently. 5 artillery, 1 game. Yeah! If we get Alberic de Borach and a monster duel, please God, monster duel. We're gonna... Oh, I also fast forwarded. Alright, we're crushing it today. I don't think I'm gonna run out of replays. People keep sending more because there's always people looking to get their internet fame. And I don't blame them. This is the biggest Warhammer channel in the entire world. It is. It's just a fact. Alright, back down here. We have Cyrus versus Captain Morgan, Ever Chosen. We were almost going to cast this earlier, but we backed out because it apparently wasn't the right one. Everybody got mad, started screaming at us. I got scared. I cried a little bit. It was a bad time. Oh, hey, there's a bunch of people in RTK. What up? Why am I being bothered? Hi, I'm watching your stream right now. Shout out on the stream, notice me. Hi, Jeremy, and hi, Real Human Being. Hi. It's good to see you. Focus. Focus, Hummus Boy. The boy of Hummus. Who would you say is the 4th worst legendary lord in the game? Tretch is worst. It has to be legendary lord. Tretch is worst. Orion, he's too expensive for what he brings. Oh shit, no. Rakarth before Orion, and then 4th worst in the entire game. Probably Gorok. Gorok at the moment isn't very good. I don't think. Because even Nakai has a place in like a perfect figure of blah, but Gorok just sucks. In my opinion. It's my opinion. If you don't like it, too bad. Also, I did that on the spot without looking at the list of lords, so if I miss somebody... Alright. Marauder Horsemen, running. So, for Chaos, we have 6 Skirmish Cav, including Horsemen, Horsemasters, Horsemen, Masters. So it looks like... Oh, it's 3 and 3. Okay, that's fine. Archaon the Everchosen, Chaos Marauders up front, Mirror Guard, and Chaos Marauders with great weapons in the back, with some Forsaken on the flanks, and the Summoners of Rage, Dragon Ogres. Yes. Malice Glita. Malice has been killing it recently, actually. Both against me and with me. Malice has been doing good. Khalida. Tretch has beaten me twice with Khalida in Tomb Kings versus Beastmen, so until I figure out what the fuck's going on with that, Khalida's okay. And I also forgot that Khalida existed, so... Nope, sticking to it. My list was the perfect list, and I made no mistakes. Alright, Feral Mammoth. I didn't mention what the Norskins have, my bad. We have 2 Feral Mammoths. We have a Manticore in the way back. We have Throg, Famir Balefiend of Shadows, some Skirmish Cav of their own, Berserkers, Marauders with great weapons, and some dogs. So much more invested in the Monster and Infantry Corps. But a Feral Mammoth, I also have been recently experimenting with them. This almost always happens to them. They just get, like, instantly beat up and killed. A nice Pendulum coming in, though, from the Norskin player. Alright, that was a good cast. That was a good cast. Nice job. Caught 2 infantry units. Good. Delicious. Marauder Berserkers are eating alive the Chaos Marauders, but Summoners of Rage and Archaon are doing some omnomming right back. This Feral Mammoth isn't dead yet and has rallied a bit. Manticore did eventually join the fight. He was not totally forgotten. He has come now, and some Skirmish Cav are trying to poke in on the Summoners of Rage. This Famir Balefiend of Shadows getting the fuck away from Archaon because he doesn't want to fight that at all. And over here we have Throg helping this Mammoth do some battle. Chaos has fallen a little bit behind on the balance of power at this point. I think mostly it was that beautiful Pendulum taking out 2 infantry units over there. Because otherwise I thought Chaos was off to a good start. Also, this Manticore over there, we saw it briefly, but I didn't really talk about it. Caught 3 Skirmish Cav in kind of a blob fight, so that was also probably not good. Archaon's currently in a bit of a tricky pickle with 2 different Skirmish Cav firing at him from other sides, meaning if he dodges one way, he might run into more missiles than dodging them. What is this, Burning Head? Archie gets a Burning Head off. It doesn't look like it was overcast, and it's probably for the best. But then a counter Pendulum. The return of the wind spells. Yes. Jeremy, basically all Dowie Legend of Norse besides Thoric are worse than Orion. Well, let's all calm down here. Orion's pretty bad. Feral Mammoth getting surrounded by Dragon Ogres. Getting him slapped. Slappity doodle. And Archaon is finally going to notice this from your Balefiend and going to try to one-shot it. Norska is still a little ahead on the balance of power, though. That Feral Mammoth is shattered and probably even going to die. This one's lowish on health, but they have a lot of healthy Skirmish Cav. They do have nearly full health Manticore. Throg is quite healthy, and Summoners of Rage even cast... Ooh. Okay. I was worried that would go back in the Mirror Guard, but it goes out, so... Good minor chain lightning there. This Famir Balefiend getting taken out could be huge for Chaos if Archaon can get out of those Chaos Marauders and chase him down. That would be quite good. Looks like he's even going to cast a Burning Head just to get the point across. And get the point across he does. That unit is dead as hell. Summoners of Rage bounce over, kill the Manticore. And with that, the bounce power is about back to equal, and I guess once this Feral Mammoth routs, it might even shatter. I don't know. A lot of Mammoths have been routing this game. Can't keep track. But if it shatters, definitely bounce power is going to go in the favor of Chaos. For Chaos, all we have left is really Summoners of Rage and Archaon, some tattered Skirmish Cav, and the Mirror Guard. But Norska, what do you have left? Alright, he routs. He doesn't shatter, but he does rout. Bounce powers back to the middle. Norska's pretty much relying on Throg and some Skirmish Cav. And Throg is about to have a very bad time. Kind of surprised Archaon hasn't just turned around and beat his ass. He doesn't have Flaming Sword of Ruin, which is unfortunate. He could have imbued fire damage and, like, really messed up Throg. But I guess maybe Cyrus wasn't ready to fight Throg. I mean, normally you see Wulfric here, so it's kind of it's a fair assumption not to expect to see Throg. Summoners of Rage are on top of him, though, and Throg frequently gets in the situation for me where he just kind of disappoints. He always gets surrounded and beaten down. Doesn't really deliver as good as... Doesn't give as good as he gets. And with him breaking, bounce power shifts into the favor of Chaos, and I do believe that will be the end of that. I'm going to hit fast forward as the bounce power is drunk and thinks some Skirmish Cav can kill everything else on the Chaos Force, but they can't. And he wins! Throg 1000 value. Shadows caster about 600. Skirmish Cav did well, considering they're outnumbered 2-1. Mammoths got murdered, unfortunately, by all the Skirmish Cav. And they got good value across the board. Elite Infantry did fine. Summoners of Rage got excellent value, and Archaon got excellent value as well. The Ever-Chosen! Now, I need to inform you all of a sad thing. Photoshop. I swore Norska was on here somewhere. Guess not. Mass Vanguard, Swords of Chaos weren't there. Monster Duel, please God, Monster Duel. Still not yet. Alright. So. Faction Face-Off. It was a running series on my channel. There was dying interest in it. And it was hard to get people to play the games. In fact, one of the people in the current Faction Face-Off left my Discord. Don't know why. Maybe they just were cleaning up their discords and they didn't think mine was that good. Maybe they don't like me. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But after that, I was just like, I've been trying to get people to play their games for a while. Faction Face-Off is dead and gone. If you don't know what it is, then you'll save yourself a lot of pain and tears because it was beautiful. So I'll still cast the games that were sent to me, but that event did get canceled. It had a good run. So here we have Cyrus versus Katam. What up, real human being? Throt versus Summoners? Yeah, but I was thinking one-on-one monster duel, not like a pile-on. Wait, is this Cyrus? Or is this Neckbet? This is Neckbet. Yeah, this is Neckbet. Alright, we have Neckbet versus Katam. We have Wulfric the Wanderer and a Warshrine Mammoth. 2 Javelin Throwers, Famir Great Weapons, and a front line of Berserkers. Pretty simple army with a Shaman Sorcerer of Fire, with Flaming Sword of Ruin, and Burning Head. On the far side, we have Blood Knight, Blood Knight, Blood Knight, Triple Blood Knight. Alright, from Neckbet. Alright. Love to see it. 5 zombies, and then 3 Skeleton Warriors. We have White King, and Kemmler. All of them on horses, interesting enough, and 1 Vargulf. How's it going anyway? It's going good. It's going good, I think. I guess I shouldn't be the one to answer if it's going good. Chat can tell you if this is a fucking train wreck or not. I just work here. Yes, Blood Knights. Yeah, Blood Knights are cool. They're a cool unit. Scab Scraith immediately deletes half of a Berserker unit. And I imagine, unless that was a double cast, there might be another cast waiting for these guys to get into combat. Mammoths are going to plow through this front line. But that's kind of not the point, isn't it? These Famir Warriors, the Great Weapons, are going to have a bad time versus triple Blood Knight. It looks like Katam will realize that and send back a Mammoth to help him out and some Javelins turned in fire. But the Blood Knights are going to run away. Don't need to take that fight. They're doing okay elsewhere. Still can't recover after Eltharion and Emerald Eaten Dude DLC. The Warden and the Paunch. That's funny. Save my replays to hear in your Discord. I saw them FNG. I'm casting the old ones first, because these people have waited for years. Direwolves get on top of the Javelins. Vargulf's running around, doing great. It looks like a Burning Head on the backline is going to try to catch some Skeleton Spearmen, but they dodge the last second. Triple Blood Knight now get engaged with the Famir, and one of them is getting murdered, but both the Famir are losing as well. So that is a favorable trade for the Vampire Counts. Meanwhile, the Double Mammoth have gotten involved in a big old blob, which is kind of where they want to be, but usually they're used to having the support, not the other way around. So there's Krell and double White Kings fighting this Warshrine Mammoth with a Vargulf, and he is getting clubbed. Krell is a great combatant. He's just very slow, but Mammoths also aren't that fast. Blood Knights winning against these Famir Great Weapons, and with Heinrich Kemmler in the back, giving them some buffs and healing, these Marauder Berserkers are also not long for this world. Warshrine Mammoth, very surrounded, very much having a bad time, and Wulfric even comes in to try and bail him out. Now, Berserkers are winning their fights against all the zombies and chaff, but that doesn't really matter as much as the big monster fight. And on the big monster fight, this Warshrine Mammoth is actually about to break. And if he does, Blood Knight rear charge coming in. He's either going to die there or get run off the map. Kemmler took some damage, it looks like, from these Great Weapons, but he will run away. He'll be okay. Mammoth's actually going to push its way through. Very nice move there from him, getting through his own Berserkers, even if Katam was not in control of that. And is that a Burning Head? Ooh, big, juicy, delicious, wonderful Burning Head. Does a lot of damage, kills off a dog unit, does a bunch of damage to the Blood Knights, and that might be Norska's way back into this game just a little bit. Bounce power is slightly Vampire Counts favored. Almost said Coast. But Krell's on the field, so if he fades, and all those Blood Knights took a bunch of damage, but is that a Sea Fang? Oh, another beautiful cast. Alright, Tom's spellcasts have been beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Except for that one Burning Head we don't talk about. But the Sea Fang and Burning Head here more than make up for it. Now he's going to run Wulfric out of this blob, hopefully get back to some of his own support with Marauder Berserkers, from your Great Weapons, more Berserkers, he even has Javelins on the far side. But the White Kings on horse are hard to avoid. He has 56 speed, they have 78, and they're pushing through mostly their own troops, so they are able to stay on top of him, and one chases him off into the wilderness. The Warshrine Mammoth is back! Yay! Welcome back, good friend. Old companion. Krell is still here. Still not crumbling away. This Berserker core is going to be huge, unless those White Kings have a couple Scab Scraiths that can go right up the line. Other than that, those Berserkers are going to be okay. Wulfric and his Warshrine are a little stuck up right now. They definitely want to kind of loop around back behind these Berserkers and be there rather than in the middle of this pile. Krell is gone. Yes, Krell is gone. That is a big force off the map, though. Wulfric is getting quite low. Blood Knights are also very low. One unit over there is about to crumble away into nothing. This unit here is heal capped at half health, and that unit's doing fine. All in all, I do think Neckbed is probably going to be able to clinch this out, especially if Himmler can follow Wulfric and kill him. Doesn't look like there's enough left in the tank for good old Norska. These Berserkers are trying. They're trying, but Wulfric can't stay safe from this Vargulf either, and he's going to get clubbed down. Without him, they will definitely lose. The stream has had the most Norska battles I've seen in ages. People love Norska. They just have a hard time. Oh, that Scabscraith. That was a good Scabscraith. Seafang lusts for battle. Okay, if my editing skills weren't utter dog shit, which they are, I was gonna make a video titled the analytical reason why High Elves will never beat Slaanesh. But then it was gonna be a troll video, and it was just gonna be Tyrion standing there, and he's gonna like play his voice line where he's like, Sunfang lusts for, and then he like stops, and he looks at like the Slaanesh demon, and the Slaanesh demon looks back at him, and he looks at the Slaanesh demon, and then his sword makes that like anime like noise, and then it's just like valiant defeat pops up on the screen. But my editing skills are dog shit, so that's never gonna happen. So that you just have to picture it. You have to picture the beauty in your mind, because that's all you're getting. Because Sunfang lusts and Slaanesh is the lusting and because it can't lust, but because of Slaanesh, you got it. No, make it happen. Make it happen now. I can't. I am dumb doofus dumb. I only make funny haha videos in one take live, so I don't have to edit them because I don't know how. Blood Knight's got excellent value. Vargulf did fine. Okay, boys, we need to make it true. Wulfric 1,100. Fire Sorcerer 1,200. Berserkers all did really well. Oh my god, 1,600 on them. That's beautiful. Fury with Great Weapons. Fury with Great Weapons did excellently, even though they got charged in the middle of nowhere. All right, Katam. All right, showing us what's up. And the Warshrine Mammoth. So the double Mammoth actually didn't perform while the Great Weapons did. That's a little backwards. Not even 2k on a Blood Knight. They didn't even pay for themselves. The Fimir with Great Weapons apparently had something. They had some juice. Did we get anything on the bingo board? No Alberic. Monster Duel? Not really. Queen Bess, Aranessa, army with a lot of models. Cav unit with 2k or more. We almost got that, but it was a Fimir unit. Mirror match, Lord dies, Wood Elves take no range, sub-faction, Swords of Chaos, Swords of... Yep, nothing. Nothing! Alright. FNG's mad at us, you guys. It's time to download some of his replays. Otherwise, he's gonna kill us. You know what? Since FNG helped us so much with our bingo board today, let's even watch one of his replays. And not just because the title allured me. Norsca doesn't get kited by Wood Elves. You know what? I want to see it. I want to see it. And you can't stop me from seeing it. BBB Coops versus FNG. Now, Coops has ranged units, so we're not going to get that little checklist thing up there that says Wood Elf take no ranged. But still, apparently he's not going to get kited. $209 kills with only 1k value, apparently 200 skeletons. Stupid Wulfric. How have we not gotten a VC mirror match yet? You are all failing hard. VC mirror is the peak of Total War gameplay. Alright, for FNG we have Marauder Chariots, looks like 2 of them. Ice Wolves mixed with Skin Wolves. Are they armored? Nope, just Skin Wolves. More Norscan Warhounds, some Jav Throwers, a front line of Marauder boys with shields. Shaman Sorcerer of Fire, and a Shaman Sorcerer of Death. It looks like, just in case one of them gets sniped, the other one's still here. You have Aspect of the Dread Knight, and Flaming Sword of Ruin. So both these guys can imbue magic damage in case of the late game with the Lost Sylvan Knights comes up. Other than that, they both have single entity sniping potential. Interesting there. Throg, just to be a regen lord. I guess that works because Wulfric would just get sniped. So yeah, that's a good play. Did Ducky cast this? I feel like I know how this plays out. I don't know if FNG was promiscuous with his replays and they went multiple places. I didn't know that. I was not told. I hope he wouldn't. I hope he would remain faithful to a bullshit small YouTuber that no one cares about, rather than the glorious rubber duck of war. But if he did, I'm hurt. And that's the last I will talk about this. FNG is always promiscuous. Delata misses FNG. As far as I'm aware, FNG is a wonderful married man. Alright. So Norsca's running up. I thought you said you didn't get kited, and now you're getting kited. I've been jebaited. Some of these javelins are trying to throw in. Dryads will get on top of those javelins in the back. Skinwolves and regular dog wolves are kind of pulling up to screen out some of the skirmish cav. But man, if you had like Pit of Shades right now, just Pit of Shades that. Pit of Shades. Best spell in the whole game. Norsca chariots are going burr at the moment, killing a lot of dryads. Dogs are going to recharge those dryads over there. So far this is going well for Mista FNG. Well, I'm not getting kited, I'm getting shot and not chasing them. Fair. Fair. But I was ready for like a tree blob FNG. I want to see Durthu. Durthu, the Firebark Elders, Wildwood Rangers, Zoats. They're trying to cut you and you're just like, nah, bro. Hey, that works. Alright, Skinwolves are going to pick off some Great Stagnites, and wow, with Throg in tow, they are wrecking those Great Stagnites, so good for them. That was a lot of damage. Fireball coming in. Does it hit that little lady? Yes, it does. Blasts her right in the face. Aside from that, these chariots have been doing good work. Norscan Ice Wolves and the Skinwolves in the back are chilling. I don't know if that counts as a Forgotten Key unit, or if he was just keeping them safe from the archers. I don't know. I don't know. Hero Core for Norsca's chilling over there. These Marauders are sacrificing themselves to the Great Horned Rat for the good of us all. I'm going to hit this button quick. Wild Riders charging up and then getting Javelin. They're going to die. Now there's a bunch of skirmish cav. Throg is in a risky spot. Another Fireball cast. Looks like it's going to hit these Great Stagnites who have an overcasted regrowth on them. That's nice. But Throg's a bit out here. Throggy Throg. Unfortunately, no promiscuity. Run, Throg, run! There's so much skirmish cav. Oh, thank God it's not shooting him. Oh, man, if that skirmish cav is shooting him right now, Throg would be one sad panda. Oh, he's huffing. I like how they focused enough to give him a huff animation and like a voice line for huffing while he walks, but they didn't give him enough care to actually make him a good lord. That's pretty cool. Alright. Chariots running over Dryads. Chariots go burr. Doing good. Skinwolves in the far back. Could run over and do some good work there. Throg gives no fucks. Yeah, he has regen. He's chilling. I would like if Throg had like superior regen though, because in the stories like his regen is crazy even for trolls. So like give him 12 hit points a second instead of 4 or something. I don't know. Or at least 8. Like there are things in this game that give 8. Throg should have that. Because he's supposed to be like stupid regenerative. Wild Riders and these Loix Tricksters. Ooh, the Loix Tricksters. I guess I didn't notice them. I don't even know what they do, but they're dead now, so I guess we don't care. Glade Riders are running out of ammo. So are Sisters. FNG is still here. He remains. Shattering Wildwoods. Skinwolves in the far back are vibing. I think they've been forgotten at this point. That are the ones at the start. So we're going to cross off the forgotten in this list at least once. Skinwolves running around, getting kited. Those ones are regenning, getting kited. A lot of shooting. A lot of shooting. Chaff runs in. A lot of shooting. Chaff runs in. A lot of shooting. Alright, there's no more shooting to be had. Throg got sniped at one point in the fast forward times. Those were dark times. And these Skinwolves! They're coming! They're coming home! Throg, hang in there. Do you have Unbreakable? No, you don't have anything. You're... Oh, army losses. Yes, Throg the Mighty. Army lossing by the Sisters hitting him in the butt. And he just decided to army loss them. Beautiful. Beautiful. Throg got 600 value, but he looked good doing it. Javelins did most of the work. For Dr. F and G Esquire, dogs did well. Skinwolves did fine. Good job. Good job, Skinwolves. Norska doesn't get kited by Wood Elves. Man, he tried. Who's typing to me now? Hubby dabs during the stream. Hubby streams during Christian hours. Dab. Okay. Are you streaming right now? Yes. Can you give KE another shout out? Hey, KE, you're great. Unless KE stands for something terrible I don't know about. Then fuck you. There you go. Oh, okay. What's going on? Nothing will ever convince me that low extractors aren't great. Not even low damage values. I still don't know what that unit does. Back to the Photoshop. We need a new color. Go cyan. Unit is forgotten. Horned ones? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Alright. We continue onwards. Why do I have so many notifications? Oh, it's Green and Green working on the book. Oh, yeah. While I get the next replay up, so you know how we have a book that some people bought, and I don't know if any of you have read? And if you have read, why haven't you told me whether or not you like it? Because I need criticism. And not just of my Warhammer play, because that's already criticized enough. Please stop hurting me. We're also doing a picture book. It's like a pseudo-children's book, but not for children. The marketing pitch for it is it's a book that you read to your drunk friend who likes Harry Potter to get them to shut the fuck up and go to sleep. So it's structured like a children's book. Like each page only has like 2 sentences and has a picture, but the stuff going on in it isn't really kid friendly. Like multiple people die in this story, and there's a lot of good jokes. And like one of the characters' names is literally "Who the fuck cares?" So it's not. Yeah. Anyway, it's just a meme. And when it's done, I'll put it up on some sort of book site, and people can get it if they want. But anyway, that's coming along. We did get an artist for it. Alrighty, back to focusing. No, I meant me. Haha. It looks cool as shit, that's why. Anyway. We do have Albrecht de Bordelot. Yes, Butcherbird coming in clutch. So it's Butcherbird versus Contende. If you don't know who Contende is, go on Twitch. He streams occasionally. He's a very fun person. We like Contende a lot. Contende is great. It is a literary masterpiece. I ran it by Miss Rat. She loved it. Miss Rat doesn't like anything that's good in this world. So if she likes it, then... oh, no. Then it's bad. For Contende, we have 4 Huntsmen, Marcus Wolfhart, War Wagons, Halberdiers in the back line, Swordsmen, and Spearmen in the front line. We have a bunch of Pistoliers that are going the very long way around. Alright. Celestial Wizard with Windblast and Harmonic Convergence. For Butcherbird, we have Albrecht de Bordelot, Battle Pilgrim front lines, Mounted Yeoman Archers, Questing Knights and Knights of the Realm on the flanks, Peasant Mobs, Peasant Bowmen, and a Damsel of Light. Now, the Peasant part of this army has completely collapsed already, and Alberic is going to jump in, but then he gets netted, and the War Wagons and Huntsmen are turning to fire upon him. This could be very bad for our friend, Mr. Bordelot. If he has a regrowth, now might be the time. Otherwise, he overcasts Earthblood, and it unfortunately is going to take out the Damsel of Life she's already running. And Wolfheart throws in some of his abilities, too, just making poor Alberic's life terrible. Meanwhile, Butcherbird has some nice Cav micro. He is taking out little pockets of Empire support, but his Lord getting sniped and his army getting shot so much in the very early game is going to be pretty bad for him. Damsel of Life comes back. She might want to cast some non-overcasted Earthbloods on herself when she gets the chance. Meanwhile, Alberic is going to dive back in, trying to support his Questing Knights in their fight against the War Wagons, while Alberic fights Marcus Wolfheart. Balance of power is slightly Empire favored. These Pistoliers and Sigmar's Sons are chasing off a ton of peasants up there, and more Pistoliers are coming in to support, but maybe, if Butcherbird can crump this whole force right here, take out all these Huntsmen, take out the War Wagons and Marcus Wolfheart, he can come back in this game. He has plenty of healing, and Pistoliers don't have amazing AP versus Knights, so in the late game they'll do okay. Questing Knights are having a bad time. It's a regrowth. Is it overcasted? No, regular regrowth, so that Damsel of Life is going to live to fight another day. These questing knights are almost dead, but somehow hanging on to the very scraps of life. And Wolfheart's getting charged by Alberic. Knights of the Realm charging into Halberdiers. Looks like they're trying to get onto the Huntsman, but just having a little bit of a tough time getting there. And over here, some questing knights are chasing around Pistoliers. They are unshielded because they're holding massive greatswords, and that's a little unfortunate because Pistoliers will actually do good damage to them. Now the bounce power is back to a little bit more even since Alberic has gotten some healing, but War Wagons and Huntsmen are going to try to cover Marcus, who probably has another net coming up soon. Boom! I called it! Who's so good? I'm so good. Thank you. God, if only I was half as good at playing as I am as predicting obvious things will happen. Over here, this Damsel of Life gets fucking murdered. I didn't see by what, but it was something pretty terrible. Alberic is going to dive back into Marcus as soon as he is able. Balance of Power is still doing fine for the Bretonnians, and I'm kind of curious why. Like, it looks so bad for them, but the Balance of Power just insists that they're doing great, and I'm very confused as to why. Alberic's getting very low. He's having a very hard time killing Marcus Wolfheart. Balance of Power still thinks Bretonia's going to win it, and I'm just confused. I'm just confused and alarmed. Contende had a caster at one point. I think Butcherbird sniped it. Maybe that magic is the only reason they're still in it, because the damsel's technically still alive, but there's no way she's coming back with 15 health. Nice little charge here from Butcherbird. Good cav micro, takes out the War Wagons and the Huntsman. Alberic is still trying to kill Marcus, but Marcus is about to run into some halberds, and that'll be tough for Alberic to get into, but it looks like he's diving in because he knows if he flies away, Marcus will just snipe him out of the sky. Marcus is punted away from his infantry support, and I wouldn't be terribly surprised if these Knights of the Realm just come over here and end up wrapping him up. War Wagon's still firing. With the caster, once that caster goes off the map, I would be curious to see what the balance of power says at that point. Some peasant bowmen are here, firing poison arrows onto halberdiers, which is helping the battle pilgrims beat them down. I guess Butcherbird still has some, like, pseudo-elite infantry in this matchup. Alberic throwing out one desperate trident of Manan because he's on his way out the door, and he just wants to get the wind spell off so he can get some free damage. Might as well not leave anything on the table. Marcus Wolfheart with the sniper shot. Can it hit? If it hits, it will kill him. He's routing, he can't dodge. Ba-bam! Alberic is dead. Still, Bretonnia is ahead on the balance of power. This balance of power will not give up on Bretonnia. It is, Did Rick Astley cast that? Did Rick Astley sing that song? The Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down? Never Gonna Go Around and Desert You? I think he did. Balance of power finally admits that maybe, possibly, the Empire can fucking do this. It's taken it a long time to realize that this is going okay for the Empire. You're back. Did you miss good things? You missed your ever-chosen replay. Otherwise... Actually, yeah, you missed some good things. It's been a banger stream. You better let my end times have Skaven beat Beastmen. I don't know. I thought we did. Big net coming in from Wolfheart. He's going to stop the charge of these knights and run halberds over to try and peel them off. Pistoliers are running around the back, taking out anything they can. And this is kind of it. Last Knights of the Realm charge, rear charging these halberdiers, hopefully is going to break them for the sake of Bretonnia. And maybe then they could surround Marcus Wolfheart and kill him. If they kill him, they'll lower the leadership enough, then get rid of these freaking halberdiers. Bird is relying heavily on some heavy cav, and there are 4 pistoliers left. And while they don't do a lot of damage to these cav, they'll do some, and some is still some. I do think Contende should be able to kite this out the rest of the way. Wolfheart might die, but maybe that won't be enough. How are we doing on ammo over here? A lot. That is a lot of pistolier ammo, and I think Bird is going to be in trouble just from Contende kiting. We watched all your matches. Boo, Rat Boy, boo. Why boo? Why boo? I played your replays. Boo! Don't you boo me. Hey, Alberic's here. I can't read. I can type the sentence not because I am literate, but because I have learned to let go. Sounds like Neo from the Matrix. Balance power is still pretty even, but I think it's heavily underestimating the Pistoliers. Pistoliers are just going to clean all this shit up. Wolfheart is, for some reason, one of the tankiest bastards in this entire game. Maybe it's because he gets knocked over constantly and he has a high melee defense, but finally he's routing, and maybe he will even die if these Knights of the Realm get a good charge on him. But Pistoliers are running up, and it's just going to be Pistoliers running around at this point. Pistoliers, they get caught. That's a mistake, but there's still 2 left. There's still 2 left, and they have enough ammo. 2 left, and shooting, and shooting. They're shooting the questing knights. Huntsmen win. Halo game. Sorry. I said Halo game. Wolfheart gets 2,000 value. That's good. That guy died pretty quickly, apparently. 78. Halberdiers did fine, especially that one that got 1,000 value. Sigmar's Sons only got 66 value? What? They were chasing stuff off like all game. That's kind of crazy. Huntsman, mixed value, but overall good. Pistoliers, overall great value. And the War Wagons did well. Alberic, 2,300, nothing to scoff at. Lifecaster just got fucking murdered by something. Battle Pilgrims, okay. Peasant Archers, one of them did fine. Knights did really well, honestly. They were pretty well controlled. The Knights carried this into being a close game. Was that an 1,800 unit game? I don't think so. We'll see. Why do I have 9 Discord messages? It's from Artisan. Play the Based replay? Sure, I'll play that one next. Nah, F and G. Those didn't have enough dudes. Mark unread. I'll get back to these later. The artist for the book is sending me a lot of stuff all of a sudden, and I don't have time to look at it. Okay, so Artisan Tech Priest wants me to watch Based. What Based? Artisan, you're lying to me. I thought we already watched Based. Yeah, we watched it last time. You're full of silly. Close game. Mr. Doodles and me on Skaven? I've been playing Mr. Doodles recently, but I didn't know we played a long time ago. Oh, yeah, Photoshop. Got it. Gotta do that. So we got Alberic. Thank you, Mr. Butcher Bird. He was playing the sub-faction. He wasn't playing under the normal Bretonnian colors. I saw the blue flags. Other than that, we're done. I don't know if a Cav unit got over 2,000. I don't think they did. Alright, back to this. Okie dokie. So, we have 1,500 Skaven versus Empire. So he has double Hellstorm rocket battery. Other than that, Halberdiers, Volkmar, Amber Wizard with Flock of Doom, and Manticore. He has an unbreakable front line, and then some Empire Knights, and that's it. For the Skaven, I have Deathmaster Snikch very far out front. Plague Priest with summons. It could zap to normally snipe out the caster, but we are out of range and then get immediately killed by Hellstorm, so that's pretty bad. Plague Claw Catapults to counter dual cannons, but there's no cannons, so that's pretty bad. And then we have the purple Avalanche Mortars. Other than that, 2 Rat Ogres, Clan Rats, and Skaven Slave Spears mixed in the front line, and a Hell Pit Abomination to deal with Volkmar. Actually, Volkmar is here. So we've had a bad time, but now the Plague Claw is in range. If he can fire a couple rounds onto the Hellstorm rocket batteries, he can take them out. Meanwhile, the Hellstorms maybe should have focused him and then took out the purple mortars, but it's not a bad choice to take out the purple mortars. Manticore dives on my Plague Claw catapult immediately, and I have Rat Ogres and Hell Pits. I'm trying to get them to attack him, but they're kind of being derpy at the moment. Also, I have a lot of shit going on. Purple mortars, get in range. They fire 1 purple globe. Yeah. That was worth it. 1 purple globe. Manticore is getting messed up. Hellstorm rock battery's taking some damage from the Plague Claw catapult. We're getting a couple more purple mortars off. Looks like they're going after the Sunmaker. And they do great damage, even just a couple of them. Plague Priests and Rat Ogres are going to run away from Volkmar the Grim pretty soon here. And I know Deathmaster Snikch is back here dealing with Manticore. He has to come up and fight Volkmar. So there's a lot of places I had to be. I got spread out. I'm not used to having to friggin' charge the Empire because of double friggin' Hellstorm rocket battery. Purple mortars are now missing the Sunmaker a lot, which is pretty bad for me. I kind of need them to hit that. Plan on someone to stall some things up, but we do have a banishment coming in to kill even more Skaven. Plague Claw Catapult is taking out that Hellstorm rocket battery. The purple mortars, whenever they hit, do a lot of damage, but if they miss, oh boy, is it bad. Flock of Doom trying to finish off the Avalanche Mortars team. And now he realizes the danger to his Hellstorms from the Plague Claw Catapult, and he's now trying to take it out. It looks like the Sunmaker's still focusing on these guys. Now there's a side charge in from the cavalry. A lot of the Skaven units have been beaten up, and we're off to a pretty bad start. We're low on the balance of power. But Deathmaster Snikch does net down Volkmar the Grim and is attacking him along with the Hell Pit and the Plague Priest. I also have some Rat Ogres that I'm trying to pass to block him in, but then they tear Rat off because they're fucking cowards. Meanwhile, the Plague Claw Catapult won its duel. That Hellstorm is moving off. I think I will target him onto something else because that one's almost out of ammo, so it doesn't even matter. And Deathmaster Snitch uses his spinny blades of anime to kill some halberdiers. And you see Volkmar, you see why I take the Hell Pit plus Snitch. Snitch can net him, and he lowers his melee defense by 10 when he's nearby. Hell Pit has plenty of melee attack, it has good attack animations to catch Volkmar, and it does great damage versus large. Now, Plague Claw Catapult is getting attacked by some Empire Knights. Yep, they're coming, but I have a bunch of routing units that I'm going to hopefully try to make work for me. Flock of Doom comes down, and it looks like we're having trouble. I use a Pestilent Breath to get the Hell Pit out of trouble, and he has a sweeter charge animation to also get him out. Plague Claw Catapult shooting at that Hellstorm that has no ammo. That's a big mistake, but I think I was busy telling Snitch to go kick this guy's ass. And we're running after him. Random chaff on the far sides, chasing cavalry, overextending. That's my bad, too. And Volkmar gets to this tiny amount of health and then gets between two infantry units and Snitch. And Snitch can't push through infantry at all, so I don't try to chase him there. That's a waste of time. I do have some rallying units, and Rat Ogres are going to charge onto the Empire Knights. Well, actually, you see they have movement orders to come up and help me. I don't see these Empire Knights because my screen is, like, over here. Snitch runs in to bail out the Hell Pit and the Plague Priest. I saw they were both getting a little low in leadership and health, so I did want to run over and make sure they didn't break, because if they break, I'm 100% going to lose this game. Now I realize that something's wrong back here, and I give all these guys attack orders on these Empire Knights, including some infantry supports. That should go better for the Rat Ogres now that they have infantry friends. A rear charge on some Summon Clan Rats from the Empire Knights, and the Skaven give a big who the fuck cares before that unit will disappear, and I summon more Clan Rats, because I always have more! You can never stop me from having Clan Rats, you fools! Hell Pit's fighting, having a great time. Snitch is trying to get in here, but there's so many frickin' unbreakable units. And the Plague Priest is still fighting okay. Empire Knights are going to break, the Rat Ogres are going to run over here. Beastcaster is really extending to take care of those Avalanche Mortars. I guess he's scared of them coming back and just nuking down this blob. Hell Pit Abomination fighting. Doing great. Some Empire Knights have charged back on. They're going to take a lot of damage, and fucking hell, that thing's back online. I immediately got just sad that it was back. But a beautiful spin from Deathmaster Snitch, getting excellent value out there. This Cav unit's going to run in terror from the Hell Pit Abomination, which is still regenning up, and Volkmar's over here just trying to heal. But he's realizing that the balance of power is coming back into my favor, and the big man with the mustache might have to do something about it. He tries to cast a Banishment. It's probably going to go into my Skaven Slave Spears a little bit here, but probably should have waited for a blob for that cast. Hell Pit Abomination's doing good. Lies. Skaven beat Beastmen. It's still blank. When did they beat Beastmen? Wait. When did they beat Beastmen? Oh, it's a 2v2. I don't count that. I don't count that 2v2. You silly. No, I should have. Like, if I had noticed it at the time, I should have, but I'm not going to retroactively go back and do that. I didn't notice it, so I don't get the point. Deathmaster Snitch. Pretty healthy still. Hell Pit Abomination's getting a little lower. And the balance power is back into the favor of the Empire. I heard another summon. There it is. Trying to protect this Plague Priest, keep him in the game. So we have a summon, we have 3 low characters, and all this other stuff has just been getting chased off constantly, so we're pretty much down to the blob. I'm worse fake news than CNN. I don't think CNN's fake news. I think they're just kind of gossipy. Like, they're more gossipy than a real news, like, organization should be. They give too much of a shit about celebrities' personal lives. Alright, Plague Priest. I'm getting low on leadership. I'm running out. God, do I have spin. If I had spin right now, that would be so good. I wonder if it's up cooldown soon. Spin. I don't know if I spun there. I didn't, like, hear the animation, but I thought I saw him doing some spinning, and I mean, a lot of stuff took damage, so that's fine. Plague Priest gets off another summon and pops Scrying Stone. I think he's out of summons at this point. And how are we doing? Still behind on the balance of power. Still very, very surrounded. I have some rallying Clan Rats on the high ground. I have the high ground, Anakin. You cannot defeat me. Volkmar has just been regenning all game long, and he's trying to come back now into the fight. Now, at the turning of the tide. Clan Rats with spears, getting recharged by Empire Knights. These are summons. They'll eventually go away. A lot of unbreakable troops, and they break my Plague Priest. Not nice. Very not nice. I needed him. Snitch is a little isolated from his Hell Pit. Volkmar charges in, knocks him over, does a little bit of damage, I think. And I'm going to net him with Deathmaster Sigil, which also kills a bunch of the units around him. And then I'm going to spin, so I've netted him and spun. We did a lot of burst damage to this section. And Volkmar cast Soul Fiber Bombardment. Nobody gets chaff. In this fight, nobody gets chaff. Both of us are just going to blow up each other's thing. Snitch is out. He's out for blood. He's going after him. He's trying to get a rear attack on Volkmar, and he gets one little stab. Hell Pit Abomination is going to break. I have to decide between chasing him or saving the Hell Pit. I decide to save the Hell Pit. Go back, get it back in my Encourage Aura. Give it its little bit of leadership. And yada yada. I'm trying to just path. I've been fighting those spearmen forever. I'm just trying to path past them at this point and get some chaff down here. I don't really care if they kill those spearmen or not. I don't give a shit. I have better things to do. Hell Pit's fighting a bunch of Unbreakable troops. He's very annoyed about that. Some Empire Knights charge back in, and Snitch is desperately trying to path over here and get to his Hell Pit. And at this point, I've been stuck for so long. I'm like, fuck it, Hell Pit, you come to me because you're bigger. Just get over here. Trying to get him back near Snitch. He does run over here, pathing him like crazy, and I try to get Snitch to eat the rear charge for him. And then he gets a charge animation off onto Volkmar. Volkmar says, fuck, 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 and starts to run away. Takes 300 damage. Hell Pit, do you get another bullshit charge animation? Yes, you do! And you run like a doof. Running like a doof, he catches up to Volkmar. Volkmar's still running, very much saying, fuck, 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 shit. A Manticore summon. I am very far behind on the balance of power with a Manticore. Volkmar is down. I repeat, Volkmar is down. Manticore lands, and Hell Pit's like, you what, mate? And starts whooping his ass. We're getting rear charged by some randoms. Is the Plague Priest back? Plague Priest is back. Deathmaster Snitch is fighting. Hell Pit, do you get your too horrible to die? Because if you don't, we're definitely going to fucking die here. Manticore's already at half health. Hell Pit's been whooping ass and taking names. He ain't breaking for shit. He's the best big brother you could ever have, but he dies. He dies. Skaven Slaves pop out. I immediately accidentally nuked them down by casting the Deathmaster Sigil on the Beastcaster, but I really wanted to kill him, and I didn't know the Skaven Slaves were about to pop out. So, I nuked them all down all by myself. Plague Priest comes back, and he's about to rout for the final time. Snitch is fucking bodying this Amber Wizard as he casts a Flock of Doom. I get trapped in with some friggin' flagellants. I have Spearmen coming back. Plague Priest is here. Spin to win, kill some flagellants, kill some more flagellants and some spears. Plague Priest is back, trying to duel this Amber Wizard. Just get rid of him for the balance of power and for the leadership. And my Plague Priest routs, and that is going to shatter him, and he's even going to die. It's just Snitch versus the world. But he's such a good boy. Empire Knights are fighting him. Flagellants are dead. There's 2 Sigmar Sons left as for their Unbreakable troops. And if stuff can break, Snitch can break it. Alright. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Deathmaster Snitch running forward, trying to push through all these guys. I really have to take out his Encourage Aura. Get a beautiful shot onto him, do a lot of damage. Don't quite finish him off, unfortunately. I do have some Clan Rat Spears thinking about coming back, but now they're routing. Still in the middle of this. I just used my spin. There's no way I have it back online. I think I start poking the Knights. I think I'm trying to get the Knights to get out of here. Sigmar Sun's unbreakable. They're not going anywhere, unfortunately. Snitch is surrounded, taking decent damage. All these blinking Empire leadership bars. Amber Wizard's over there. Hellstorm Crew's chilling back here. And the Knights break. And with the Knights break, it starts a mass rout. Spearmen are going to rout. And then I start pathing Snitch out. So I realize I can run out. I can pick a different target. As long as I'm not cycle charging, I can pick a target. And I'm going for that fucking Amber Wizard. Very low. Snitch is very, very low. Also, while I'm attacking the Amber Wizard, I cast the net so I can get closer to him, obviously. But I'm also trying to recharge the Whirlweeping Blades. I need to buy time for that. So I'm running at this Amber Wizard. He's gonna fucking die. Also, I can't let him cast another Flock of Doom or I'm gonna be in real trouble. Also, I didn't remember if he had a second Manticore or not. At this point in the game, I was like, wait, does he have a second Manticore? Shit, 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 shit. So I'm going for him. We're running. We're running. Bum, 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 bum. Hellstorm Crew is going to break, and the Bright Wizard's like, no, wait, you fuckers, come back here and save me. Save me! No, the scary, spooky rat man is coming to get me. Snitch is the last guy on the battlefield. There's 152 Empire troops. And the Bright Wizard, because I'm stalked, rallies because when you're stalked, I mean, when you're routing, you can't see stalking units because that would be dumb. So he rallies because the game interprets that there's nothing near him, and then Snitch just fucking appears and deletes him. So that was great. Now I'm sprinting back at this Empire force that Mr. Doodles has realized he can't catch me, so he's just going to try to get some vigor back. But I'm coming, and I have a secret in my pocket. I can spin. These 2 Sigmar Sons, the Unbreakable Chads, try to get behind some more breakable troops. And then they decide not to. I'm targeting them because the idea is just to get on top of them and then rout the fuck out of everything else. I charge them, kill both of them in one swing, and then it's spin time! And all of them die! But then that Halberdier doesn't break, and I get very, very sad. And I start saying fuck a lot. And I get very spooked, very sad. They break. Break, damn it! Snitch dives into them. They don't break yet. I'm getting very nervous. They break. And these Hellstorm crews are going to probably break. And that is it. Deathwish Snitch will fucking carry that game. CNN is 100% fake news. They actively lie on the regular. Depends on what stories. I guess I don't read that many stories from CNN. I just see the headlines and then usually go look for the real part of it somewhere else. CNN talks about politics a lot, which is like very opinion, but they present it as fact. All right. Snitch got 4,200 value. Goddamn right he did. Plague Priest did fine. Hellpit got 3,000 value. Other than that, everything else got deleted, pretty much. You know. Snitch in the Hellpit, carrying the game. Volkmar only got 800 because I gadded him. Flagellants do really well. Flagellants into Skaven is surprisingly toxic. And the friggin' Hellstorms both paid for themselves. The Sunmaker even getting overtime value. Oh, Mr. Doodles. Cav failure. I have to go to work, do work for an hour now. I'm sorry, F&G. I got to go to work whenever I'm done with this. I have a flexible schedule because I'm salary, so as long as I go in and work for 8 hours, it doesn't really matter what point of the day. Today I just have a bunch of math to do from stuff I ran on the weekend. So I can do math at any time. Let's do Vampire Coast versus Beastmen. Faction Face-Off Game 1. This is Papa Palpatine versus Tien. I haven't seen Tien for a long time. Hope he's doing okay. Who's messaging me? Clan Rat. Human Voice says he needs more messages while I'm streaming. No! Oh, boy. Alright. So what's going on here? Oh, no. Oh, wait. We didn't do the thing. Photoshop. Queen Bass, Monster Duel, Mirror Match, Wood Elves, Dahlia, Forest Runs Over Realize, Mass Vanguard, Skaven Win versus Beastmen or Chaos Swords of Chaos Horned Mods. Nope. Didn't miss anything. Good. Alrighty. For the Vampire Coast of Tien, we have the Footlord, Billy Bones. Pole Arms of Vampires. We have a whole bunch of Bombers. It looks like double Gunnery Whites on Crabs. We have some Deckhand Mobs, 3 Sirens, Lamprey's Revenge, and the Salt Lord Scudlers in the sky. Alright. On the Beastman side of Palpatine, we have double Gorgon, neither of which is a Blood Brute. We have some Harpies in the sky, a mix of Ungor, axes, and spears. We do have some flanking units. Kazarek One-Eye, a Bray Shaman of Wilds, Ungor Herds, and the Grog Hooves of Wolf's Run. So this is going to be our Mass Vanguard. I know we'll get a bingo point for that. Fuck yeah. Someone get this man a Queen Bess replay. It's been on there forever. He's busy at the moment with schoolmate. Spoke to him the other day. Well, at least he's doing well. I miss Tien. Guy was... I mean, yeah. I haven't talked to him much, like talk, but messaged a lot, played a lot of games. Seemed like a cool dude. Skaven won versus Beastman hours ago. It was a 2v2. It's not the same. Also, I missed it, and I'm not going to go back in time and right my wrongs. I push forward. Double Gorgon running in, gonna slap around some Gunnery Whites for a bit, and Kazarek and the Bray Shaman Wilds are just gonna enjoy their day. They're on a little movie date. They're having a good time, and then they see Billy Bones, and they're like, "You wanna go kill that guy? Yeah, let's go kill that guy!" And they run him over. They don't do any damage, but they run him over. They send a message. So double Gorgons are officially in the thick of it. Sirens are gonna kill a whole bunch of Ungors, and Harpies are sitting over like, "Hey guys, what do we do now? There's no more gun bats to kill. I'm kind of confused." They're gonna go attack a bomber. Gorgons. Killing Gunnery Whites. Maybe have to fight the Lamps Revenge soon. And Kazarek is going to stay here and fight the Fleet Admiral of Vampires, while the Bray Shaman of Wilds goes over and fights the Gunnery White. I would bet on the Gunnery White in that one, and I would bet on Kazarek in this one. Kazarek's actually going to roll away. He doesn't even give a shit. He's just abandoning his people. He's going to go kill some deckhands, because it seems like more fun. And meanwhile, the Bray Shaman of Wilds is like, "Shit, man, you left me? Well, I'm leaving too." And now they're getting out of here. Gunnery White's still alive, but Kazrak has something to say about that, and he runs over. Trying to fight double Gorgons, doing a lot of work on Lampier's Revenge, but the triple Sirens are all doing quite well, killing a lot of Ungors. Harpies killing off some bombers before they can kill all of the Ungors. Sirens are chasing probably a little too far to take care of some basic Beastmen chaff, because Beastmen don't give a shit about their chaff. And what is this? The Gaze of Nagash was trying to come down. It looks like it's probably going to go for Kazrak. Things are looking good for the Beastmen. Looking good. I don't think the Sirens can kill all of this, and I think some Traderkins would take care of them. Nice Gaze of Nagash does some good damage to Kazrak. But now there's two Gorgons awfully close to Billy Bones, and Billy Bones does not want to be here. Billy Bones. Billy Bones. Kazrak One Eye is killing the people. Let's go, Kazrak. Whee! Razor Gore Herd. Oh, he gets run over by his own Gorgon, but doesn't even care. He gets a rear charge on the Gunnery White and does some damage. Why are Tuskor Chariots only pulled by one thing? That's weird. They should be pulled by multiple. Gorgons slapping more Gunnery Whites, slapping Billy Bones. Healing caps are within sight of the Gunnery Whites. Sirens are over here at this point just getting shot and kind of poked apart a little bit. The Vampire Coast is about out of juice. And that's it. That's it. Good job to those two players. Kazrak equals best Beastman Lord. You knew it. You knew it. Wild's caster got 1800 value. I don't know if he even cast Traderkin. I think he was just casting like Bray Screams and Vile Tides. Grog Hooves almost paid for themselves. Gorgons did really well. Gunnery Whites did well considering they were getting mobbed all game. Billy Bones, not as much. Sirens held forever, but they were fighting shit, so they got shit value because they were killing bad units. But that was their lot in life. Whew. Whew. We'll load up. Oh, these are going to be fun ones. Okay, let's check out the Chad Space Lasers. Everybody loves Chad Space Lasers. And while that loads, Photoshop, what do you got for us? No Queen Bess, no Aranessa, no Monster Duel. Mass Vanguard happened. Human Boy runs out of replays. That's just like never going to happen, dude. It's just never going to happen. Alright, back at it. Let's do this. 900 versus 400. Okay. So we have Marauder Horsemen. So a lot of skirmish for Chaos. Otherwise, Chaos Marauders, Chaos Warriors with halberds mixed in with more Chaos Marauders and Chaos Warriors. We have Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, Chaos Sorcerer of Metal with Final Trans, Chaos Warhounds, and Double Manticore. On the other side, Pawhawk Sentinels, more Pterodons. Any Fire Liege Bolas in the crowd? Nope, just regular. Regular dinguses. And on the far side, we have Triple Saurus Warrior, Star Chamber Guardians, Tehenuin on his Sky Laser, along with the Thunderous One and the cohort of Sotek. I don't know how this happened, but Pterodons got into melee with Marauder Horsemen, and they're doing okay, but not really enjoying it. So they rout off two Marauder Horsemen that'll be back, but they also take a lot of damage. I don't know if that was worth it. Yeah, they shatter. Sigvald and this Metalcaster need to get involved. It looks like they now get movement orders to path up, but a little late. Manticores were chasing the Pawhawk Sentinels. They're going to have a tough time catching them. They might just get kited into infinity. Tehenuin's trying to take this advantage and kill some stuff while Sigvald and the Metalcaster are out of range. And both the Manticores are way over here. So he's just running around, doing his best. He gets... Ooh, minus 60 armor, bringing him down to 70. You could actually start taking some damage, especially from all the skirmish cap. Look out, Chad Space Laser Man! And what's that? Flock of Doom overcasted? Okay. Does a little bit of damage to himself, takes a lot of poke, and he's gonna run. Pterodons kiting out Manticores over there, over here. They're just standing behind the Mirror Guard. Looks like they're throwing some projectiles. And they might even take out some Marauder Horsemen. It's good for them. No Space Lasers yet! We could be pretty sad. Thunderous One strikes some lightning. And so far, Lizardmen are doing okay, because Chaos is getting ripped apart. And Skirmish Cap has taken a lot of damage, actually. And the Pterodons have taken almost all the damage to Lizardmen, otherwise they're doing fine. Space! Laser! Space! Laser! Space! Laser! Laser from space! Laser from space! Laser from space! Yes! Oh, look at it go! Ah, it did so good! Yes, space laser! It killed an entire mirror guard. Meanwhile, Tehenowin is fucked, but still, we got a space laser. Tehenowin is seriously fucked, though. He has lost a lot of health. Thunderous One's also losing a lot of health. Star Chamber Guardians are still fighting, so are the Saurus Warriors, but Sigvald's in here, and he might do a lot of damage. Tehenowin summons his own Manticore, so he can be cool, like the Chad Chaos. And where's the other Manticore? Other Manticore's still chasing around the Pog Sentinels. Probably not worth your time. Just come back. One Manticore poking at Tehenowin. Sigvald's trying to chase after him. How are we doing elsewhere? Some of the skirmish cav is coming back with Chaos, but Chaos' infantry is kind of getting messed up. And that is a big problem for them. They do need a lot of infantry support. Now, maybe Sigvald can carry this, especially if he shuts down Tehenowin and that Manticore fades. But there's still a Thunderous One here, and that could be pretty spooky. Dogs running in. Not sure what they're going to do. Unfortunately for them, there are no skirmishing elements to this army, so there's nothing really for them to chase. Maybe chase these Saurus Warriors before they rally, but they did rally immediately from their terror route, so that's not good. Sigvald is now getting 3v1'd by gigantic monsters. And this is a casting couch moment. But he's back, and they both left. They don't want to be a part of his movie. Sigvald would actually enjoy that. More Flocks of Dooms. Manticore's running around doing God knows what for God knows what reason. And if this guy's another Final Trans, he can maybe help Sigvald out here and do a lot of damage, because you definitely want to finish off Tehenowin. Maybe finishing off Tehenowin would break some of these more elite Saurus units. Sigvald's here, getting sidecharged by Manticore, taking no damage because he's too strong. Lizardmen are a little bit ahead on the balance of power. Now there's a Manticore over here chasing Palax Sentinels. He's at half health, and all he's doing is chase those poor Sentinels all game. I think if there's another Final Trans, it should go down right over here. Do it, do it, do it! Do it, Anakin! Take their lives. Did you guys play or Rust again? Don't do that. Just Final Trans them. Do it. Do it. Look at them all! Look at them all! Please! The blue balls. It hurts. It hurts me deep. It hurts me. It's sad. And now Chaos Sorcerer Metal's getting taken out by Pterodon Riders. It's kind of fucked up. With 90 armor and 40 stats, you think he could withstand Pterodon Riders, but I guess not. They are whooping his ass. Sigvald, meanwhile, is trying to fight Tehenowin. He's doing okay of it. He's making a day of it. How are Pterodons kicking that guy in the teeth? That makes no sense, but thankfully dogs will show up and bail him out. Pog Sentinels are coming back to play. It looks like they did a ton of damage on that Manticore, and the Manticore finally gave up. The Manticore's here to help Sigvald now. If there is a Final Trans at all in the pocket, it needs to go over here. Even if it's not overcasted, just get it down, because Sigvald needs help killing all these Saurus, and a Final Trans would help him do that. One Manticore flees. The other Manticore shatters upon approach. There are some skirmish cav. They don't really care about the Pog Sentinels. You should probably keep the dogs near the Chaos Sorcerer of Metal, because the dogs aren't going to do anything else, and they can protect him from the Pog Sentinels, who are now just shooting him. Yeah, it looks like they're just shooting him. And that could be very bad. Sigvald has heroic killing blow pops, but he's fighting the Thunderous One and currently not having a good time of it. Thunderous One casts some more lightning, does some more damage, and dogs are going to charge in, trying to help Sigvald a little bit. They kind of charge through the Temple Guard, and they're doing okay. They're kind of raising his leadership a little bit. Marauder Horsemen get bombed, it looks like, and the Pog Sentinels are going to fly over into melee and take out this Chaos Sorcerer of Metal, who is a little isolated. Manticore with the rear charge. Can it hit Tehenowin? You probably need to hit Tehenowin. Lands next to him. I don't know if it hit him. His self bar didn't really move, but it's hard to tell with these guys. And the Pog Sentinel shut down the Metal Caster, which, again, if there was any sort of Final Trans, Overcaster or Note, probably should have been just chucked out there. Star Chamber Guardians are holding firm, though they are running low on health. Saurus Warriors are also running low on health. These ones are almost dead. Those ones are routing. But what does Chaos even have? They have just Siggy. Just Siggy. I guess their mirrors don't work against those lasers. Maybe not. Ooh, another laser? Is that another laser? Oh, it is! Oh, these Chaos Marauders. Oh, they get just deleted. Oh, no, and Sigvald takes a massive hit in the side from Tehenowin. Unless Tehenowin dies here, that's going to be the game. Is that Flock of Doom? No. Oh, he's trying to get off a Final Trans. He did have one at last, but he couldn't get it off in time. Sigvald is barely hanging on to leadership. Barely hanging on. Still fighting his way out. Alright, the Pog Sentinels have routed off. If this guy comes back and casts a frickin' Final Trans to save Sigvald, he's back. Can he cast a Final Trans to save Sigvald? But Sigvald dies, and that's gonna be the end of it. Oh, no. Sad. Space lasers. Also, we got Tehenowin. Though, that's not on the list anymore, because I think it was Althari and Treacher Tehenowin show up, and we got one of them, but Tehenowin. So I think that was No Cane, No Gain versus Thorgrim Grudgebearer, if I remember these guys' acronyms correctly. 1,800 on Tehenowin. Honestly, that's really low, considering his 2 lasers actually did good, and then he had Flock of Dooms and stuff. Like, you think he would have gotten more value on this giant dinosaur. Thunderous one got 3,200. Pteranodons did well. Saurus all did fine. Sigvald, 1,500. Apparently was having a tough time landing some attacks. Metalcaster got 1,300. Chosen with Halberds kind of got deleted. Skirmish Cav did fine. Dogs did fine. Manticores did okay. How does this list thing works? Well, Axel Legolas, I will show you as soon as I delete that. So, I take replays from my community, because my community loves their replays. Then I have a bingo card that's usually made by myself, but I'm running out of ideas because this is the 6th time we've done this, so I'm running out of things. So the community also is starting to send me these things, the things. And if they are things that can happen but are unlikely. And if we see them, we get to cross one off like that. Like, I didn't actually get that, but for example, if I did that, I have to keep casting replays no matter how long it takes until I get through, I get a bingo. I need a bingo. So right now we're either waiting on Queen Bess or a monster duel. Please God, a monster duel. And if we get either of those, or Skaven versus Beastmen / Chaos win, I can end the stream. Otherwise, we have to keep going. Mostly it's just a gimmick because I hate casting one-off replays, but I do want to support my community who want their replays cast. So, yes. I hope that answered something. But it's just fun. Just a fun way to get through replays. Okay. Dark Elf Mirror. Let's do it. It's the Omens versus Cyrus. I think that's Cyrus. Again, all the PE guys keep changing their names. If that's either Cyrus or Neckbet, I think it's Cyrus. Versus the Omens. We have Malice Darkblade versus Morathi. Let's do it. Ugh, you hate Sigvald. He's the anti-girl boss of Warhammer. It's true. He's a bad, bad man. For the Omens, we have Malice Darkblade, a sorceress of beasts with Curse of Onrir, Bleak Swords and Dread Spears, mixed in with Cold One Knights, Cold One Dread Knights, Cold One Dread Knights. So very elite Cav build, Cold One Dread Knights, Cold One Knights, and the Knights of the Ebon Claw. A lot of Knights of the Ebon Claw today. On the other side, we have double Caneate Assassin, Morathi double Manticore, 4 Sisters of Slaughter, Cold One Knights, Dark Riders, Cold One Knights. So the green team of, I believe, Cyrus is heavily disadvantaged in the Cav fight, but will win the infantry game easily. Let us see. Looks like they're maybe going for a gooning attempt on Malice, which can be dangerous. Malice is not the easiest character in the world to kill. Morathi's going to dive in, gets a little attack, and now Manticores are diving in, but Malice has already popped the blood price, giving him a bunch of weapon damage and damage resistance. He will take a lot of damage, but Malice has a second life. He can respawn as Tazarkan at full health and be a big, scary badass. Web of Shadows goes down, it looks like, and Assassin's Trophy on Malice. He is having a bad time at the moment, but meanwhile, there's a lot of Cav play going on elsewhere. Whose Soul Stealer is that? What's going on? Oh, Soul Stealer from Morathi, that's right, because this Dark Elf doesn't even have it. That's a good Soul Stealer from the green team. Hits Knights of the Ebon Claw, hits some Dread Spears, but all their Cavs in this fight somehow. I'm wondering where the red team's support is. Looks like it's killing off Sisters of Slaughter over here, but they definitely want to be more involved in this fight. Tazarkan has come out from Malice Darkblade, and he immediately pops all of his buffs, and he is going to start slapping these Manticores. He takes that one to half health, like, immediately. He's just beating them down. Getting a lot of value. These Cold One Knights do have to come over and support him, though. He still will need help. Tazarkan is a spooky, scary boy, but that is a lot of Manticores and Morathi and Assassins. Meanwhile, the Dark Elves of the red team have won the right flank pretty heavily, but I just think they put too many assets into the left flank and then left them alone. Now, Malice did a lot of damage over here, but it just didn't matter. Now the Cold One Knights are coming in to support the already dead guy, and that's going to be pretty tragic. I do think Cyrus is quite ahead at this point in time. His Manticores could run around and kill stuff. Caneate Assassins are doing fine. Morathi can get a Soul Stealer too and heal up. So if I play an Aranessa game and send it to you, you win, or do you pick the replays randomly? I try to cast every single replay sent in to me over the course of streams, but I usually go with oldest first because those people have been waiting the longest. And are these tourney battles or quick battle? Either. Just any replays that get sent to me. You can join my Discord if you wanted to send replays, and I will eventually get to all of them. Eventually. But yeah, some of these are older. Imagine, people, if they want their replay cast, I'll cast it. I just need a gimmick, because casting one-off replays like Logic or Rubber Duck of War does, like, they do a great job. It's just not content for me. I didn't like watching it, personally, and I don't like making it, either. So, I needed a reason to cast replays. I needed a game, right? So it looks like Cyrus is going to win at this point. Just a matter of getting to the army losses point. And I'll drop a little invite. Boom. For Cyrus, Marathi got good value. Assassin's got good value. Manticore's did excellently versus Malice Meme Blade. It's a shame to see him get bodied like that. But even Malice needs support sometimes. Needs a shoulder to cry on. Netsium Claw. Cold and Dread Knights largely got wrecked. Sisters of Slaughters are really good in the mirror match. Dark Elf Mirror. We did it. Back to Photoshop. So I'll take care of mirror match. No Cav unit got 2,000 or more. No horned ones yet. And that's it for now. We're getting there. We're almost completing the entire outer loop. We just cast a Cyrus game, so I won't cast another one. Hey, it's XMT Way. Norska versus Vampire counts. Okay. It's Way versus the Jewish Banker. Alright, that's a name. Oh, Way's bringing double Frostworm. Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Let us do it. Okay. You guys are on the right screen, right? Yeah, you are. Good. Good. Didn't want you watching a Photoshop thing for all this. Alrighty. Where are we at? What's going on? Double Frostworm, Throg, the Troll King, Shaman Sorcerer of Metal with Final Trans. Looks like Miststalker's Familiar. And then otherwise, Marauders mixed with Great Weapons or not, and 2 Javelins. It's a nice army. Double Frostworm's questionable but fun. We have Black Knights with Lances and Barding for the other side. Zombies across the front with Black Knights, Lances, Barding. Black Coach on the far flank. And Skeleton Warriors, Kernig's Stalkers, Graveguard. He just grabbed one of everything. His Vampire Counts players like, I want the whole menu. Necromancer with a whole bunch of spells. Von Karsteinler with a whole bunch of spells. Alright, so this guy has like all the spells in the universe. He does go a little far out with his front line without the supporting units. Frostworms are probably going to just kill everything here. Way is currently slapping him down. These units need to move up. Move up! Move them up! That topic definitely won't cause any problems. It's true, Jeremy. That's a perfectly normal name for perfectly normal people. Frostworms, one of them decides to go look at this cavalry rather angrily. This one's just standing here watching the Norscan front line murder these zombies while the main of the Vampire Counts force chill. They are now advancing. Frostworms are just annoying these Black Knights for a bit. But most of the Vampire Counts front line died for free. And now they will get involved. Fast forward for a little bit. Alright, this line's get involved. Frostworm's still waiting for a nice breath attack opportunity. I think they're waiting for these Graveguard. Ooh, that would be a good one. Right down the line there. Ah, but he lands. Black Knights with Lances and Barding. Gonna team up on this guy, but it looks like they don't do that much damage. They don't have bonus versus large or armor piercing. He only has 70 armor, though. Ooh, Crypt Horror's coming in, try to pen him in, but the Frostworm is going to run away. Meanwhile, over here, these other Black Knights. Black Knights are pretty much just chaff on horses. They really don't have good damage stats at all. So the Frostworms get away largely untouched. Throg is killing some Cairn Wraiths. I wonder if... is there magic damage? Yeah, Miststalkers do magic damage. These Cairn Wraiths are in big, big trouble. Breath attack. Breath attack. Breath attack. Yay! Breath attack. Breath attack. Breath attack. Yay! Breath attack! Nom 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 nom. At this point, I am pretty sure Way is going to win this, so I'll just hit fast forward real quick. Charges the Black Knights, does a lot of damage. Necromancer's in trouble, does a lot of damage. Balance of powers going against the Vampire Counts. Double Frostworm, more breath attacks, more charging, more breath attacks. Double Frostworm, more charging, more breath attacks, more charging. Black Knight's really out of position. Black Coach running around too. Heal capped a lot of units. Everything died. Army losses. Do it. 3,200, 1,300. Good job over there. As for the other player, it's pretty clear they were newer, letting their whole front line just like eat shit and die. It was sad to watch. Oh well. Throg got 3,000 value. His Sorcerer of Metal got 2,200. Jesus Christ. Well, good on him. Good on him. Throg, 3-1, Worm, 3-2. I don't think that succeeded at anything I needed. I don't think. Torox, not Stonks. Hey, for Poland replay, let's watch it. Why not? VM Normal Swamp versus Son of the Mountains for Poland. Alright, Grail Guardians and Lewin. This is going to be interesting. Norska win is not on the bingo board anymore. It's true, Norska have had a few wins. Yeah, don't see anything there that I got. Alright, back to this game. For the Bretonnians, we have 2 Knights of the Realm, it looks like, on the very far flanks. 2 Grail Guardians, looks like some Men-at-Arms, Pole Arms. We have 2 Archers, 4 Men-at-Arms with Spears, 5 Peasant Mobs, and a Life Caster with Regrowth Earthblood. We have King Lewin Leoncoeur in the sky with most of his usual buffs. And for the Beastmen, the Men of the Beasts, we have Centaurs with great weapons, 2 of them on this flank, 2 on the other, one of which is the Sons of Goros, and the other one's the Groghooves of Wolfsrun. So those are actually throwing experience, not the great weapons. 2 Razorgore herds, a front line of Ungor herds, Torox the Brass Bull. It looks like a Gorbel is next to him. Yep, Gorbel's next to him. Razorgore herd over here, and a Bray Shaman of Wilds with Traderkin and Bray Scream? Viletide? Bray Scream? Viletide? I think it's Bray Scream. Bray Scream. Yep. It's pretty good. Beastmen gonna engage the front line. They'll probably win it, but not with Knight support and Lewin hovering overhead, so they will have to take care of that in some way. But the back line is where they want to be fighting, and there's not a lot of Knights to hold them off. There's only 4 to cover the whole back line, and they need to help with the front line. Lewin is going to dive in on top of the Gorbel, and Torox is a little isolated. He can't get over there and help him. Gorbel is taking a lot of damage, both from Lewin and from these archers just raining in. Torox hasn't turned around yet to realize he's in trouble, and now he is getting charged by Grail Guardians. This Gorbel being isolated is huge. Lewin's just ripping it apart. Meanwhile, the Beastman infantry is trying to help. Centaurs take a 2-on-1 fight with the Knights of the Realm up top, and these other Centaurs get in on top of the Peasant Bowmen to try and stop them. Razorgore herds rampage into some spears, which isn't great, but the Groghooves of Wolfsrun are going to run away from here. Knights of the Realm took a ton of damage from pigs and maybe even a Traderkin cast. Now Gorbel is running away. He's alive, but he's running away. Maybe Lewin will chase him down. Maybe Lewin will just cycle charge Torox some more. Grail Guardians are here. They're fighting. I don't know how much they're going to be able to do, honestly. But in the backfield, it looks like the Beastmen have tried to take some 2v1 fights and whatnot, but the Bretonnians were just able to hold or get healed up. It looked like that Knights of the Realm even got a regrowth on it, while Peasant Bowmen just turn around and rain in fire. And the Beastmen have almost no armor on their units, so even these Peasant Bowmen can do a lot of damage. Bray Shaman of Wilds is getting caught by Lewin Leoncoeur. And that is going well for Lewin, it looks like. Torox the Brass Memer, trying to push out of these Grail Guardians. He's tired of dealing with them. They have 20% damage resistance from the Scroll of Shielding. Beastmen are quite far behind on the balance of power at this point. I think it's only a matter of time, especially if this Bray Shaman of Wilds gets sniped right here by Lewin, who hits one attack, misses the other one, so he's fine. What can we get, like 4 more X's without a bingo? I don't know. I don't know. There really isn't much left except for Torox at this point. Now the Bray Shaman routing. Gorbel's back. A little fast forward. Torox is going to charge in, headbutt some Grail Guardians, more Grail Guardians. Holy shit, that Scroll of Shielding's still going. Alright. Both the archers are actually very healthy for this state in the game, honestly. Very healthy. Plenty of ammo left. Still firing in onto Torox, lowering his leadership and poisoning him. Doing a little bit of poke damage. And Lewin is here. Pops all of his buffs except for Sword of Crone, which appears to be on cooldown. And Army Losses comes in for the Beastmen. They will lose. Well played, for Poland. Grail Guardians did okay. Knights of the Realm did better. Peasant Bowman did excellently. Spearmen at Arms just didn't die quickly. Lewin did well. Gorbel and Torox getting separated was a big problem. I like the build. Maybe not the Senegros with great weapons because they, as we saw, underperform. Croessy is back. Croessy. Crosswa. Torox, not stonks. Alright. Did we get anything? It's time. Okay. Cav unit gets 2k, no more value. We got close, but not quite. No monster duel. Sad. Okay. We're getting caught up. We are getting caught up. Bob Trash versus Felix. We might get our monster duel, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2 RTK players. I believe they were just playing for fun internally. And we're going to have Counts versus Lizardmen. Lizardmen are going to do a very interactive, fun box that everyone can beat. They have a Dreadsaurian, just a normal Dreadsaurian. Not Feral, not the ROR, just normal. 2 Arcs of Sotek. Temple Guard, surrounded by Saurus Spears? No, 3 Temple Guard, one of which is the ROR, Saurus Spear in the back, ROR, Red Growth Skinks, Salon Mage, Priest of Life, with Dwellers Below, Regrowth, and Earthblood. Bold. As for the Vampire Counts, we have Fellbats, we have Dogs, we have Fellbats, we have Dogs. So a lot to chase off Skirmishers that aren't here, which is quite unfortunate. We have Black Knights, even more to chase off Skirmishers that aren't here. A Strigar Vampire Lords, that's the first anti-armor large thing I've ever seen. In this. Okay. The first anti-large armor-piercing thing I've seen in this build. Holy shit. That was a struggle. On the other side, we have a Corpse Cart with Balefire, a Necromancer on a Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone, double Vargulf, and a bunch of zombies, including the Tithe. I immediately notice a significant lack of armor-piercing. This is going to get tricky. Overcasted Gaze in the Gash does some good damage to the Slann and to the Dreadsaurian, but he's going to heal it up with Earthblood. Also, how is 2 Manticores, Siggy, and some Ogres fighting with a Mammoth not a monster duel? It's not a duel if there's a million things. Have you ever heard someone say, I challenge you to a duel, and then, you know, like with the flintlock pistols, and then them and 6 other people whip out flintlock pistols and all shoot one guy? That's not a duel! A duel needs one guy! Nin Oofy, hey, what's up? Not much, how about you? Alright, so the Arc of Sotek goes burr, launches a bunch of snakes. Honestly, kind of missed. Just fired up into its own troops, which doesn't do friendly fire damage, so it didn't matter, but it didn't hurt anything either. Vargulfs are trying to fight the Dreadsaurian, but both of them are trying to fight the Dreadsaurian, so again, not a monster duel, doesn't count. It's not a duel. You are feeling like shit? Why are you feeling like shit? No, stop it. Feel better. YouTube chat, give energy to Twitch chat. Someone needs our help. Strigar Vampire Lord tries to get a dive down onto the Slann, but he kind of does that derpy thing where he charges past him, which sucks. Vargulfs. This Vargulf is trying to fight the Dreadsaurian. This Vargulf looks like he's trying to fight the Arc of Sotek. So, okay, alright, we're getting a monster duel a little bit, and then he fights another guy and he leaves. So that's a good duel. Good duel, everyone. Good duel. Oh, but these guys are fighting and this Vargulf isn't helping. So, kind of, sort of, there's a bunch of separate duels going on. Hard to tell what the fuck's going on, honestly. White King's fighting the Arc of Sotek, Necromancer, and the other Corpse Guard are just chilling. The Tithe, they're all dying to Temple Guard. And that's not going great. Strigar Lord's trying to fire back in here and fight. Is he going to breath attack? Who's he going to breath attack? Arc of Sotek? Ooh, Overcast Gaze and the Gash in the Arch of Sotek. That's going to do really well. 3 weeks ago, my girlfriend broke up with me and still hurts like shit. That's why I'm feeling like shit. Dude, breakups are the worst. But, it will get better. I promise. I promise you that. And if it doesn't get better, I will send you $35 million in the mail. But I promise you it'll get better. Strigar Vampire Lord, gonna pull out, go back up to the sky. Double Vargulf, trying to fight this Dreadsaurian, but Dreadsaurians have a massive amount of health, and he has a Healy buddy. Surrounded by spears, he is doing excellently at the moment. Vampire counts. Who's on Twitch? A couple people have been in and out, but right now it's Ninufi. Strigar Vampire Lord fighting a Dread Saurian. Corpse Card of Balefires, Temple Guards, Vargulf, Necromancer. Don't see enough here to really fight back against the big, mean, and green Dread Saurian. There's too many anti-skirmish tools in the Vampire Count army, and then there just wasn't skirmish. Gonna hit this button real quick as we just watch this bump and grind to death. Good luck with the breakup guy in Twitch chat. You are getting support. Sometimes people like to hear other people's stories. Sometimes it just doesn't help. So if this doesn't help, sorry, but maybe it will. I had a girlfriend for 3 years. Everything was going great. We thought you were going to get married. We had lived together for like a year at that point. And then one day just woke up and realized the magic wasn't there. And we ended up breaking up. It was very, very sad. Our lives were super intertwined. We had like a cat together and stuff. And it felt like shit. It felt terrible. And then about a year later, got back on my feet, got back out there, and now I'm dating a lovely lady that you've all seen, Miss Rat. And we're about to hit 3 years, so, you know. It gets better. It does. It does. That doesn't mean it doesn't suck when it's happening. But it does get better. A cat together kit. No, we didn't cut the cat in half. I got Ed because I had a little bit more stability at the moment in my living situation. So Ed had a better chance. Well, not chance. It's not like he was on the brink of death, but he just had a better home with me while she was looking for apartments. Yeah. So technically Grace is Ed's stepmom. 4,800 value on the Dread Saurian. Arcs of Sotek. Mixed value. How old am I? 27. 27. Turning 28 in March. 2,700 value on the Strigoi Lord. Other than that, it looks like everything else struggled quite a lot. 100, 130, 1,400 on both Vargulf, so they pretty much exactly pay for themselves. No, we didn't cut the cat in half. Jesus Christ. Ducky. Why is this one just called Ducky? I don't know why that one's just called Ducky. Dragon on Dragon? That sounds exciting. Hey, for Poland. Alright, for Poland's here. We'll do it for Poland replay. Let's do Ducky. Did we get anything on the Photoshop with that last one? I'm going to say we got a monster duel, because in all that there was so many monsters fighting so many monsters that at one point I thought if Vargulf was fighting just the Dread Saurian. Oh, but that would end the stream. Then it wasn't a monster duel. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see a monster duel. Alright. Did you just say Ed is Grace's stepmom? Whoops. You know what I mean. Grace is Ed's stepmom. Alright, we have a Shredder of Illustria. 2 the Dread Saurians in a row. Let's fucking go. For Poland, which one are you? Dude, Ninufi? That exact thing is what happened, man. Like I said, everything was going fine, and then one day you wake up, and it's just like all of a sudden, just like, no, and it's just fucked. It's fucked. But I don't know why. Don't know why it happens. But you will persevere. I believe in you. Though it fucking sucks right now. I'm not pretending it doesn't. Alright, Marauder Horse Masters, 4 for Poland. It looks like he's also got a Chaos Chariot, double Exalted Hero on horses, double Manticore in the skies, Arthuriel, the Ever Chicken, Mirror Guard, Chaos Marauders, Chaos Marauders, Chaos Marauders, Chaos Marauders, Chaos Marauders, and more chariots. We're going to get a bit of Kite, though the Shredder of Illustria does have some machine guns on his back. So he's kind of an anti-kite tool. We also have a Bestowed on Vivification Crystal, Nakai the Wanderer, Lord Croak, and a butt ton of skinks. Usually when you see a build this like tight and focused around Nakai's Perfect Vigor, usually you get Saurus or Temple Guard, but apparently this was labeled Ducky, so I'm going to guess it was Rubber Duck of War on the other side. He also loves Nakai, so I'm thinking it was him. For Poland's running around. If we get either of these Manticores to duel the Bastiladon or the Shredder of Lustria, we will end the stream. The problem is she was my first hero love and I'm an introvert, so it'll be pretty hard for me to find someone. I feel that. I feel that. Dating apps are pretty good. Because just going to bars and meeting someone is abysmal. It can work, but it's annoying. Nakai's running in there. He's going to fight some stuff. Manticore is trying to fight the Bastiladon. Exalted Hero is trying to help it, though. And overcasted Final Trans already from Zarthoriel hitting all these units. Nakai kind of gets out of it after a little bit. But the Shredder's sitting in it. The Revivification Crystal's sitting in it. And he's already trying to heal himself. But Revivification Crystals cannot heal themselves, which is a big downside. Croak is going to nuke the Mirror Guard, though. That's a good cast. And Red Crested Skinks and Manticores are already doing their work. Zarthoriel's in here. Looks like he's going to run away. And this Manticore is running away from the Shredder of Lustria. Oh, you're 18? Yeah, you have tons of time. Especially, do you intend on going to college? College is a great place to meet people. It's a great place to meet nerds. Because nerds tend to flock to colleges and stuff. Alright, Exalted Hero. Getting shot a little bit. Thinking about fighting the Shredder and immediately just goes, nope. Looks like Skirmish Cav running around, doing some skirmishing for Poland, getting nice charges in, isolating a lot of infantry units and killing them all off. These are Source Warriors. They're just, with this color scheme, they look a lot like skinks to me. Lord Croak's still in here, though, being croaky. And Nakai is keeping the Shredder fresh, which is bad for everybody else. Lizardmen, bounce power is still pretty even though they've lost almost all their units that aren't a part of the Blob. The Blob is, you know, most of their funds. What is everyone's favorite Chaos God? Well, probably thematically Khorne. Army-wise, probably Nurgle. Nice dodge here from for Poland. Going to avoid Croak's massive Kupu. That's the official spell name. Kupu. Bastiladon Revivification Crystal running away. He's going to probably try to heal up the Shredder a little bit, who has a Plague of Rust on it. Bring it down to 40 armor? Oh, God. Ow. Ow. That's damage. Ow. You, too, will meet someone, Cyrus. Cyrus has already met someone. Her name is Marathi. And she has 2 Manticores. Big Primal Roar coming down. A bunch of physical resist. And that guy... What was that wiggle? Did you guys see that wiggle step? Khorne, blood for the blood gods, and skull for the skull throne. I knew that saying before I even played Warhammer. That's how prolific Khorne is. That wiggle step was adorable, by the way. Right. Throwing axes. Wait, are these axes? No, Horsemasters. Horsemasters shooting the Shredder. The Shredder's getting a little bit low. He's trying to fight Zarthoriel. Revivification Crystal right next to him. Supreme Shield of the Old Ones from Croak, giving 40% damage resist. That'll be quite nice. And for Poland is running out of ammo. Bounce power still even-ish. A little bit Chaos favored. Some Lizardman forces are coming back. And the Shredder's getting rear charged by Zarthoriel. And he gets Plague of Rust overcasted on him again. I still personally prefer Final Trans to using your mana on Plague of Rust, but to each their own. Skirmish Cav getting a lot of damage in on the Shredder. Doing a lot there. I mean, Nakai's still pretty healthy, though. And what did Chaos have left? They have some Marauders. They have Horsemen. They're almost out of ammo. Big cast from Croak. I don't think it's going to go off fast enough. These Mirror Guard are probably going to be able to dodge it. Yeah, they dodge most of it. Nakai's still here. Shredder's hanging on, but he's about to break. And Nakai jumps in, trying to bail him out. Zarthoriel's taking a lot of damage, but he's unbreakable. He's a caster. If he gets out of here, he'll be okay. And on the far side, Exalted Hero is dueling the Bastiladon. Not a Manticore, so it's not a monster. It's not a monster. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Zarthoriel is running away. Ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop. Dreadsaurian is dead. His body takes up half the battlefield. Alrighty. Nakai and Croak back to back fighting against the world. See if Nakai can turn around and slap the shit out of Zarthoriel for once. Revive Crystal is here. Maybe it can revive the Dreadsaurian. Cast it on him. Cast it on him. Bring him back. That would be funny. Actually, has this thing been casting its revives? Should have been. Should have been. Primal Roar, giving a whole bunch of melee attack. 40 melee attack, actually. Everybody in this circle. 64 on them. 100 on Nakai. Alright, that's pretty good. But the lizards are getting dragged down, it looks like. It does appear they will be meeting their demise this day at the hands of For Poland and the Chaos Gods. I don't think Nakai is that strong. Yes. And that was indeed the blind bandit, who I believe is the Rubber Duck of War. Jeremy. You're silly. I will not repeat that, but you are silly. 1,800 on Croak as well. 700 on the Revive Crystal. Infantry all got deleted. And the Shredder of Lustria got 2,100. And Nin, of course. Of course. 2,200 for the bird. The bird. Exalted Heroes, 1,200 and 200. Ooh, something happened to him that was pretty bad. Chariot's fine. Mirror Guard, fine. Chariot's fine. Manticores, meh. Ooh, the Horse Masters. Jeremy, if I was streaming only on Twitch, I would say that. Otherwise, YouTube's going to record it forever and I'm going to be murdered. That was Ducky. League Panta 1-3. What? Oh, one sec. Let's check the Photoshop before I pick the next replay. Oh boy. Queen Bess, Aranessa, army with a lot of models. We've actually seen a lot of armies with no models recently. Lord dies in the first 2 minutes. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Where are the Swords of Chaos? This shit has been in here since the first replay thing. Also no horned ones. What the hell? What the hell? We're actually almost done with the old replays, because my autosave is almost at the very bottom, meaning we're getting into newer replays, which is good, which means I caught up. And I'll stop disappointing the people that trusted me to cast their replays. Because I am good at disappointing people. Corn or Riot. Wouldn't it be Corn and Riot? That's true. Anyone into Tabletop? Tabletop Simulator or the tabletop version of this game? Because the tabletop version of this game, I know there are people in this chat who are. Alright. So, what do we have? Centaurs are throwing... Who is even playing? Fuck. I forgot who was playing. I'll check it after. Throwing axes. So 4 throwing axes. We have Centaurs, Harpies, Bray Shaman of Wilds, Bestigors mixed with a bunch of Ungors, Centaurs, yada yada, Taurox. Is this Taurox is not OP? No, this was Cav failure. Okay, so this is Cyrus. Cyrus is on the Lizardmen. We have Krokgar, some Skinks, some with Javelin, some without. We have Saurus on the front line mixed with the Red Crested Skink ROR, the Unbreakable Good Boys. Caster Beast with just a Manticore. You have some Colden Riders in the back. And one Ark of Sotek. Lovely! On the front line, Centaurs get a nice little charge off onto these Skinks and rout them very quickly. Slaanesh is the fun, sexy stuff. Nurgle is just the consequences. True. It's question hour, I think. True. Just ask your questions. Do whatever you want. I did not play tabletop of Warhammer. I play like other board games, but not usually tabletop army games. Frontline for the Lizardmen is not going great. Ungors are tearing them apart. Bray Shaman of Wilds gets Hand of the Gods and almost instantly killed. Ark of Sotek's going to help with that. Maybe charge in there and do some damage. Taurox on the back is murdering a Skink Chief, but he's in a 4v1 with a Manticore, a Bastiladon, Krokgar, and a Skink Chief. That's pretty funny. These Colden Riders are getting murdered by 2 Harpies and some throwing axes, so that's not going great for them. What else is happening? Want some help on the build? Cav just sucked. Lizardmen and Cav are underwhelming in most cases, I've found. Coldwind Riders trying to charge around the front line, but they're not having a lot of luck with it. Taurox is fighting Krokgar in the back, and Krokgar's actually doing okay for once. And the Manticore summon. Doing a lot of good work back there. Both Bastildons are very healthy and fine. They're grouping up a little bit. Coldwind Riders are just getting murdered and traitor-kinned, unfortunately. Skink Cohorts of Javelins fighting Harpies. The Harpies are doing a lot of work this game, surprisingly enough. You have units of Clan Rats somewhere in your house? Jealous. I don't have a ton of models, but usually the ones I get are just for Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I'll get models from other games and use them in Dungeons and Dragons, because that's the better game. Fucking wrecked. or other tabletop games. So now the throwing axes are back here shooting dinosaurs, which is exactly what they want to shoot. They'll do a lot of damage. Look at that damage. That's a lot of damage. British Shaman of the Wilds is back. That's pretty bad for the Lizardmen. And the Beastmen, even on the balance of power, which is usually not great for the Beastmen. Oh, Taurox getting routed off by Kroq-Gar. Kroq-Gar uses the second hand of the gods on him. He could probably finish him off. That or the Wild's Chariot. Both are good targets. Taking out the Lord is always good, though. Looks like Lizardman Cav is all mostly dead. It's down to just their monsters and their heroes at this point. Which isn't a bad bet versus Beastmen. Beastmen don't like it. Yeah. Throwing axes are going to try to kite for the rest of this game until they run out of ammo, which is actually coming up pretty quick. I'm wondering where the second hand of the gods is going, because it should hit Taurox, unless it's already been used and I just didn't see it. Games Workshop's models for D&D. Do you like paying? Why spend 100 when you get cheaper models for like 10? I didn't say it was necessarily Game Workshop models. I was just saying models for games like that, and then I use them for D&D. I don't know. Sometimes we get shit for Christmas. Taurox has rallied. This British Shaman of the Wilds somehow didn't break after taking that massive blow to the face. And they are hanging in there. Throwing axes, throwing the last couple of volleys they have. Looks like over here they charge the Ark of Sotek, which is a big mistake, and they will be running away now. We're down to Kroq-Gar, a Skink Chief. That's about it. Quick little fast forward as the kiting continues. Is that a Traderkin? Overcast Traderkin. The overcast damage is going to hurt and rout the British Shaman of Wilds. It does okay damage versus these Saurus, but probably not worth killing your caster. Maybe just wanted to regular cast that. Taurox is back. Looks like he's been forgotten for the moment. Feral Bastildon almost going to break along with these Saurus. Throwing axes, throwing the last of their volleys, but ooh, the Ark of Sotek breaking with a weird bugged leadership bar. Yes, deliver. The Emperor is just a 6K god. I've heard the Emperor in 40K is not a nice man. He seems like a bad person. Saurus Warriors are running up on Taurox, and Taurox is going to maybe break. Yeah, he breaks on the side there. Beastmen are quite ahead on the balance of power, though, which is interesting considering Taurox just broke. Looking around, Kroq-Gar should do okay. Skink Chief is pretty isolated. Skink Priest of Beasts. Is there a second Manticore? Ooh, second Manticore. That should shift the balance of power quite a lot. Alright. It needs to come over here and bail out Kroq-Gar. Most likely. Other than that, everything on the Lizardman roster is breaking. So it's down to Kroq-Gar and this Manticore to carry it. Let's go, Crocky G. Nice double route there. Kroq-Gar is free. Taurox is off the map, so all the Beastmen are taking a leadership penalty from their Lord officially being off the map. You can see some of them breaking off in the middle of nowhere. They have nothing to do with anything. Cold One Riders! They died a lot in the early game, but in the late game, they will chain route things. They're trying to route off these Centaurs. If the Centaurs route, the Beastmen will route, and if those guys route, those guys will route, and yeah, chain route. Nice job, Cold One Riders. Kroq-Gar's doing great, and this Manticore summon is the hero of the day. He's really turning this thing around. Beastmen all over the map are routing or terror routing. Kroq-Gar's going to probably cycle charge around. Doop, doop. Doop. But can he beat those Centaurs with great weapons over there? Or are those just throwing axes? Those are just throwing axes without any ammo. This might be the deciding fight. Without the Manticore, Kroq-Gar stands pretty alone. And there might just be too much shit. Might just be too much shit. Poor Kroq-Gar. You tried. You tried your damnedest. Now be it. So, Cyrus wants advice on the build, huh? Well, let's finish this first. 2,500 Kroq-Gar, pretty excellent stuff there. Skink Chief did fine. Priest did great. Saurus died. Javelins did well. Cold One Riders did bad. Ark of Sotek and the Feral Bastildon also died. On the other side, Taurox and his caster actually didn't get the value. It's probably the Bestigors. Ooh, not the Bestigors. Must be the throwing axes. I mean, Centaur's got mixed value, so it looks like it was spread out. Thoughts on the build? I would replace your Cold One Riders with Feral Cold Ones. If you're worried about Chariots, Feral Cold Ones have the same mass, and they still have armor piercing. They're good, but they're like half the cost. And, you know, if they die, it's not as big of a deal. Because Cold One Riders, you're paying a lot for armor piercing on a roster that doesn't have a lot of armor against, you know, the Beastmen. Because if they catch Centaurs, Centaurs don't have armor. Razorgores don't really. Chariots have some, yeah, but Feral Cold Ones punch through that anyway. The problem with Cold One Riders is they're just slow, and their melee attack's pretty bad. I think. And with that, you could upgrade your other Bastildon to an Ark of Sotek with the money you save. Lizard Fools. Yeah, Cold One Riders have 31-26 for melee stats. Charge bonus is really low. Speed's only 66. These guys, I mean, you lose barely any weapon strength. A couple stats for half the cost. Yeah. I'd probably just take the Feral Cold Ones. Cold Riders are poop. They're poop. Krokar seemed like a good pick, though. Human Boy, who do you think is the best ODM player and the best player from RTK? RTK is probably still Vicious Satsuma, even though he hasn't been playing much because he's been busy. ODM, probably, at like this exact moment, I would probably say Inticity. Probably. I haven't seen a lot of them being played. Sorry, a lot of ODM players from their usual top ranks. No horned ones. Aranessa, Army, Cav Unit. I don't think any of the Cav Units got 2k or more. Monster Duel, we could have counted that other one, but I didn't feel like it. Let's at least finish out these last two, and then see how we feel. Actually, fuck it. We'll do Stormrunners Dragon on Dragon. That sounds likely. So if Stormrunner didn't lie to us about the title of this, we're probably going to finish the stream. Alrighty, Rakarth. Rakarth on his dragon, you almost never see it. The Crows of Cain to support him in the sky. Cold One Dread Knights, Cold One Dread Knights. God, a lot of Cold One Dread Knights tonight. 2 Repeater Crossbows, Sorceress of Fire with Burning Head, Cascading Fire Cloak, Fireball. Some Bleak Swords across the front line. 1 Cainate Assassin. Yep, Cainate Assassin, Web of Shadows, and Assassin's Trophy. And that's it. Pretty concise build. On the other side... No. Those are Dark Riders for this team. Alright, Vanguard or Dark Riders. On the side of the High Elves, we have an Archmage of High and an Archmage of Fire. Fireball. And on the other person, we have Tempest and Soul Quench. Ooh, that's going to be tough. Spearmen. Are they Sylvan Guard? Nope, Spearmen. Spearmen. White Lions mixed in with the Everqueen's Court Guard. Some Lothern Sea Guard, more Spearmen on the back, with 1 Illyrian Reaver off in the woods. And 1 way back here. Off in these woods. Who's the best player not in a clan? Probably Hadri's. Hadri's isn't in a clan, right? I think. Yeah, probably Hadri's. Or Evenstar. Evenstar's not in a clan anymore, so it depends on what you mean by that. Archers are crumping a bunch of Dark Elf gits as they try to advance. Canadian Assassins running up, getting shot a lot. Ooey owie. Should have picked Dowie. And Bleak Swords are trying to get involved. Now the Dark Elf Cav is coming. Slowly, but surely. And they probably want to get here soon before their entire front line's dead. Hadri's Evenstar, Lotus Moon. Yeah, probably. Cyrus, good calls out. And these Dark Riders find the Illyrian Reavers. With Cold One Dread Knight support nearby, the Illyrian Reavers want nothing to do with it. And we get our first Fireball cast. It looks like it's going out through the Firecaster. Ah, betrayed by your own lore of magic. Rakarth and his Crows of Cain running up. And Tempest is immediately going to take out the Crows of Cain. Ow, that's a lot of damage. But Rakarth is here. Assassin's Trophy is popped on the Archmage of High. And Beast Slaver... Oh god, that's so many things. Beast Slaver and Whiplash already on him along with Tempest. Making his melee stats 55-55. Wow, you're such a big, strong boy with 55-55 after all your buffs. Fuck you, Rakarth. You suck. Archmage of High is currently dueling Rakarth and losing. And now she's going to run. And if he turns and fights that Fire Mage, we'll get our Beast Duel. Beast Duel! Beast Duel! Yes! 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 Oh, we did it. Giant Monster Duel. This is what I wanted. This is it. No bullshit about like, there was 1,000,000 units around. Maybe there was a duel. No. This is Giant Monster Duel, and Rakarth is kicking ass. Go, Rakarth, go, even though your melee stats are stupid. As for the ground fight, I don't know. I wasn't giving a shit. I wasn't paying attention. Looks like the High Elves are losing. I don't care. Burning Head comes in on the Everqueen's courtyard, blah, blah, blah. There's some cap. But back to the thing we care about. Rakarth kicking tons of ass. 2v1 dragon fight. Kills the Fire Mage. Routes her off. And then he turns back to the High Mage. He's like, oh, you want some more too? He's going to kick her ass. Boom. Go. 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 Lothern Seaguard kind of making this annoying for him. And the Everqueen's courtyard shooting him from the ground. And a Tempest cast on him. Rakarth don't care. Rakarth's somehow still alive. Kills the High Elf Lord. Yeah! Rakarth! Go! Yes! Are there any High Elf Lords that have green-white as their colors? Then you could have Spearman... Spearman? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe Averlorn? I don't know. Rakarth died, but man, he did work. Other than that, Dark Elves are ahead on the balance of power, mostly because they're Cold One Dread Knights, and Cold One Knights are crumping this entire flank. They do have repeater crossbows with tons of ammo left. Dark Riders fighting Lyran Reavers. Did that Fire Mage come back? No, and without her, that's going to be a big loss. High Elves really don't have the strength to stay in this game, and I think it's going to be a pretty quick GG. Rakarth did it! Yes! Stretch. And after 3 hours of casting replays, I think we can call it there. Rakarth, 3,800 value. Let's go. Let's go. Cold One Dread Knights didn't really get any value because there wasn't anything for them to fight. Peter Crossbows did fine. Crows of Cain all got murdered. 2,800 on that lady, 1,200 on the other lady. So apparently Rakarth was quite expensive. Yada yada. 1,000 on the sisters of who the fudge poop. Dragon on Dragon is deleted. And we're almost caught up to the autosave. We have 2 more, but those will be for another day because we go here, and now we can officially cross off Monster Duel. Please God, Monster Duel. Lord dies in the first 2 minutes? Nope, but it was close. I didn't run out of replays, or Queen Bess, or Skaven beat Beastman. Yeah, how many more could we have crossed off? We could have crossed off Cav unit. Could have crossed off Wood Elves Take No Ranged. Dowie Air Force. No, wait, that would... All 3 of those would... So you get 2 out of that row. You get 1 out of this row. And then you could get... only 1 up here, because it would have to be one of the ones that wasn't down here. So, yeah, you could get like 4 without getting a bingo. But we did it! We did it! We got a bango. Bingo bongo. I'll do another stream about this sometime. I don't know. Cyrus keeps demanding that I do them, so usually that's the only reason we do these things. Aside from that, I have nothing. I have nothing left in the tank. Shoo. Shoo. Best place to pre-order Total Warhammer 3 still Steam? Probably. Though it might come out on Xbox Game Pass these days. Or Windows Game Pass. You never know. Game Pass seems to be eating up everybody. Alright. Get out of here, you shenanigaggles.